We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and Professional Fire Equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Moffat Drugstore, Graham Construction, and Roy's Sales and Service, Brian and Kate Vaughn as steel owners. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Wesco Commodities, CarQuest of Norton, and from the Broncos Game Time Booster, Russell Specialty Books and Gifts. They're rooting for the Russell Broncos to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you'll be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and Professional Fire Equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Moffat Drugstore, Graham Construction, and Roy's Sales and Service, Brian and Kate Vaughn steel owners. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Wesco Commodities, CarQuest of Norton, and from the Broncos Game Time Booster, Russell Specialty Books and Gifts. They're rooting for the Russell Broncos to have a great year. A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Moffat Drugstore, Graham Construction, and Roy's Sales and Service, Brian and Kate Vaughn steel owners. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Wesco Commodities, CarQuest of Norton, and from the Broncos Game Time Booster, Russell Specialty Books and Gifts. They're rooting for the Russell Broncos to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you'll be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Good evening. Welcome, everybody, to another Friday night of high school football here on Nex-Tech Game Time. This is our Game Time Tonight pregame show, and tonight we're coming to you live from Russell for a game of the week featuring the Norton Blue Jays traveling on to take on the Russell Broncos. I'm Curtis Brown. I'm here with Chris Lee, and Chris, last week of the regular season brings on all sorts of playoff scenarios. Norton, we know, is clinched. They're number one seed out of this district, but Russell's got all sorts of playoff scenarios for them.
Yes. The win or they don't determine their own fate at all. They have one win along with TMP and Peaburg. Peaburg is done with districts. They're 1-3, okay? But TMP and Russell are both playing district games tonight, and either one of them could win or lose and still advance.
Yeah.
Obviously, winning will get you on the plus side. They're within about 11 points of each other in the tiebreaker, so it's really pretty tight. So, you know, if Russell would lose a close game tonight, they still might get in.
Right. So a lot of scoreboard watching for sure for all three of those schools. Russell, they're led by their second-year coach, Christian Azores. He's kind of turned this program around. Yep. Made the playoffs last year, 3-4 this year, 1-2 in district. They come off a crushing loss to Phillipsburg last week, 36-6. Norton's got a longtime coach, Lucas Melvin. He's in his 17th year at the helm of the Blue Jays.
Amazing.
They're 7-0 on the year, 3-0 in district. They're the district champs. They beat TMP last week, 28-6. Big game for Russell tonight, but do you see any let up from Norton? I mean, they're already in the playoffs and they're already district champs.
That's really possible. You want to have momentum going in the playoffs. I'm sure with Norton, you're a little worried if you got somebody that's dinged up a little bit, how much do you want to play him tonight? I think everybody likes to be undefeated, and they still got that going for them. But, yeah, for Norton, this might be a game a little harder to get up to a peak for because they know they're playing Cimarron in the first round. Cimarron's already the 4 seed out of the cross bracketing. So,
yep. And so Russell, they put up 19 points per game on offense, though they give up 25 points per game on defense. Chris, when you look at this Bronco team, is there any of the players that kind of stand out to you?
For looking back, 3 weeks ago they beat TMP. They had a balanced night. They put up over 300 yards of offense, but they got quite a bit on the ground. In some of the games that they've lost, have 20, 30 yards rushing. Without the balance, I think they just have trouble moving the ball. One thing Russell has done very well, you look at a lot of their games, they've turned the ball over very little. A lot of coaches, that just drives them crazy with turnovers. Yeah. Russell doesn't turn the ball over, so give them credit for not making mistakes in that regard.
Yeah, and they're led. They got their junior quarterback, Mason Rohr. He's thrown for 990 yards, ran for 265. A couple good receivers, Max Evans and Walker Middleton. They've combined for 719 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns. You said that they like to put the ball, they need to be balanced. Yes. They can't be one side or the other, but they do. They do put the ball up in the air quite a bit.
Yes, and they've generally had success in every game they played throwing the ball some, but just not enough to carry the team. I mean, I think in a shootout, Norton could get away with just throwing the ball and get away with it. Yeah. But Norton, and I'm switching you over. I didn't mean to do that. But for Russell, I think for them to have a chance tonight, and they do very much have a chance tonight. Yeah. Senior night, a lot of emotions, like you said, not just for the playoffs, but just this is your last football. This could be your last football game. Where you don't know tonight coming on the field, going off the field, you may not know.
Right, yeah, for sure. And looking at Norton, they put up 30 points per game on offense. They just give up 7 points per game, on defense. And you look at the Blue Jays, look at their players. One that stands out to me is their quarterback, Eli Jones. He's thrown for almost 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns. He's ran for 381 yards and 7 touchdowns. They're more than their quarterback, Eli Jones, but what do you see on Norton's side?
Well, like you said, Jones runs the offense really well. He makes good decisions. He can run when he needs to. The Melvin kid's the leading receiver. He gives them a lot of stability in that spot when they need to get the ball to somebody. Melvin also helps them with some return game, too. They're just a real balanced team. They can do a lot of things to hurt you. I know when we went up and did the Peterborough game earlier this year, I was expecting a lot of aerial fireworks, and I think Peterborough was kind of playing soft. Yeah. So Norton said, fine, we're just going to punish you by running the ball.
Yeah, and they've got a huge offensive line. I mean, we've seen some big offensive lines, but they got 2 guys over 300 pounds tonight up front for the Blue Jays. They've kind of been – they're dynamic on offense and just on defense, just 7 points per game. Linebacker Brendan Fonenstiel, he leads the team 70 tackles. Roman Hauser's got 6 sacks so far, so pretty stout defensively too. And they run a little different defense. It's 5-2 defense for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it's a lot different. We talked about, we had Peterborough twice. We talked about, that 3-3 front. But 5-2 is a lot different strategy. We're going to jam you up right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah. And obviously it's not about X's and O's as much. It's about what your personnel is and what they can do. Yeah. Obviously Peterborough thinks that suits their personnel very well, but Norton has the hosses to do that 5-2 and just really punish you right up front.
Yeah, then, last year Russell won this game 42-19, kind of pulled away. That was their only win, though, out of the 8 games that these two teams have played since Russell's joined the Mid-Continent League. Norton's won the other 7. The Blue Jays, they don't turn the ball over. They create turnovers, too. They're +7 this year on turnover margin. Russell doesn't turn it over a lot, but they don't create turnovers. They're -5 on the turnover margin. In the big games like this, that tends turnovers play a big role in some of these games.
And it's a beautiful night for a football game. For the last regular season game, this is wonderful conditions. So weather probably won't be causing turnovers. If it's turnovers, it's going to be you took the ball away, you jumped up and stole the ball, you did something to actually earn it as opposed to, slippery or cold or whatever. And that's one more thing I'd say about with Norton does have the incentive night also of winning the MCL outright as opposed to tying with someone.
That's right. I forgot about that. But, yeah, they could be MCL champs too tonight with a win. Several big games throughout the area tonight. We've got a big one in Atwood. Hoxie takes on Atwood. Oberlin travels to Hill City. Phillipsburg's at Plainville. Stockton travels to Quinter. TMP's at Beloit. Topeka High is at Hayes. Sylvan Lucas at Logan Palco. Waukene at Pratt Skyline. Thunder Ridge at Sharon Springs. What would those games kind of stand out to you?
Well, there's two of them that will actually decide the district champion. The last one you just mentioned, at Sharon Springs, Thunder Ridge game. I mean, Thunder Ridge, you had them 90-point game earlier this year. They can score and score and score, but I've seen Sharon Springs. They're scrappy. Those kids always compete hard. They'll have a chance, especially in these smaller schools like that. One injury, somebody, turns an ankle, something goes wrong, anything could happen. But Sharon Springs could still win that district outright. Now, obviously, the other one is the Hoxie-Atwood game. Atwood's undefeated. Hoxie's only loss is Leota, and Leota's just fantastic. So there's no shame in losing Leota. I know I talked to Coach Barr earlier this week. He said, we got to find a way to stop the run against those guys. They'll run it down your throat if you let them.
Yeah. So should be a lot of exciting games. We'll keep you updated on the Nex-Tech scoreboard throughout the evening. This one's going to be a good game as well. That's our Nex-Tech Game Time pregame show. Coming up next will be the scouting report with interviews from tonight's head coaches. After that, we'll be set for kickoff. So stay tuned. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
I'm really pleased the kids have bought in. Thank God. God's been watching over us, keeping us healthy because, we're not real deep. But and the guys are tough. They've handled the bumps and bruises well and fought through them. So that makes a big difference.
Okay, are you guys pretty healthy?
We are right now. I mean, we got some guys that are nursing some things, but for the most part, pretty healthy. This is a big game for us. Russell beat us last year. They're a league school. We want to be undefeated in league, and we want to take that momentum into the playoffs. So we're going to do what we do, and if some guys need to step in, then there'll be opportunities for them. That'll be good. But right now, this is a big game for us. This is the biggest game of our season because it's the next one, and it's got a lot on it. I think they're a good team, very good team, and they do something that we don't see a lot, and that's throw the ball. And they throw it well, and they have weapons all over the field when it comes to that. Their quarterback seems to be playing very well, and then they also have a running back that runs well. I mean, they're just a team that is multi-dimensional, which is tough to guard, and we've been playing a lot of teams that are run heavy. So we've got to change our whole mindset kind of when it comes to defense and stopping them. And then, from what I see from on film, they're a good defense too. So, I mean, it's going to be a challenge both sides of the ball, and we got to be ready to play. But, every team has something that you got to stop, and these folks just happen to have a couple things you have to stop. So either way, I think it'll help us, but you just want to be able to be ready for this game. You got to take care of the ball. No turnovers, those kind of things. We also have to put together drives and try to keep their offense off the field. And then when they're on the field, we got to make plays defensively to get them off. If we take care of our business, we should have a home game to start the playoffs, which is what, that's always a huge goal, huge opportunity. We haven't played at home in October yet, so it'd be nice to be at home, and that's the one thing to look forward to.
Started off pretty well with Ellis and Plainville. We found ways to win. We were really banged up at the beginning of the year, actually. We had some injuries over the summertime. Then we started getting back healthy come districts, but our district is obviously very tough. I ran into a really good Beloit team. I ran into kind of a banged up TMP team, but it's good. Obviously, they're big, and they got some really good skill guys, some young skill guys, and we played really well. And then played a really good Ellsworth team for our non-district game. I think they're fourth in the state or something like that. And we competed at times. We just didn't finish the job in the second half. And then obviously last week we kind of had a little bit of a letdown at Peaburg. It was by far probably our worst game of the year. And so hopefully we can just have a big rebound this week against Norton. I mean, I think it was just more of they were more ready to go than us, and I take blame for that. We got to be more ready. Their hair was on fire. It was senior night, and just like you mentioned, they were kind of fighting for their lives. And now they've put themselves in a position to make the playoffs, and now we're in a position where, we could be the 3 seed, 4 seed, or not make it. And so this is a big week for us. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios. Just the biggest thing is that, like if we win, we're the 3 seed. It's pretty easy. If we don't win, we could be the 3 seed, we could be the 4 seed, or we could not make it. And so obviously, the goal is to win, and, then the points and all that stuff, we'll worry about that if we don't win. But, right now, obviously, our focus is just to win this game. Yeah, I think it's important to address it. That's something that we even addressed last week. We're down, 30 points at halftime, and we're telling the kids, hey, points matter. We got to go and fight back in this game, even if we lose by 14 instead of, the plus 21. And, it's important. I don't want to add pressure to the kids or add pressure to the situation, but it's a situation we put ourselves in. And so, I'm not going to stress on it too much. The biggest thing is just to go out there and win Friday night. They seem like those guys that had to step up last year for those injured seniors, they seem like they've played some varsity football and that they're playing really well this year. Obviously, they're undefeated. They found ways to win games. They're very physical. And offensively, they got a lot of threats. They can beat you in multiple ways. The quarterback's really good. And obviously defensively, they're always, right in your grill, very attacking style defense. And so, they're a very good football team. We know that coming in. It's a really good program they have up there. And so we're going to be ready to go Friday night. I think the biggest thing is take care of the football and win the field position battle. I feel like special teams has been pretty high and low for us. The games where we've had big special teams plays, we've won those games. And so if we can be really good there, take care of the football, no interceptions, no fumbles, no dumb penalties. We've had a lot of...
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Russell tonight, our game time game of the week, featuring the Norton Blue Jays and the Russell Broncos. Russell will receive. Here's the kickoff by Mordecai. It's a short kick taken at the 20. That is... There's some room out there by number 1. Or number 3, Zorn. He's down to the 10, 15, 10. He's going to take the opening kickoff back for the Broncos. Sam Thielen.
Yeah, Sam Thielen.
The different name than what they announced, but what a way to start this ball game off as Russell broke a few tackles, Thielen did, and took it all the way back, 80-yard touchdown return.
A lot of times when you get a kick like that, you have really good coverage, but you have a few guys overrun the coverage.
Yeah.
And there you go. Yeah, we'll have some fireworks tonight when they score, but that's a fantastic return. I'm going to say that was about 70-yarder? Was that about the 30?
It was 80. It bounced at the I think he picked it up at the 20-yard line. So fireworks already tonight. This is a must-win for Russell, and boy, they couldn't have asked for a better start. Now set the kick. Martinez. And the kick is up, and it's off to the left. So no good on the point after, but boy, just 16 seconds into this ball game, Russell strikes. And they're going to maybe need some of that, Chris. A special teams touchdown, a defensive touchdown.
I think so, yeah. If this game just goes to script, you got to think Norton's, have a lot of firepower in offense, have one of the top defenses in 2A. Russell typically does not hurt themselves. But, I don't think they have the firepower matchup, but special teams can be a great equalizer.
Yeah, Thielen, they didn't even have him announced as he's returning. And he picked that ball up, took it across the field and down the sidelines for the 80-yard touchdown return. So now, after that, Norton will receive here.
And a lot of times, like I said, a thing like that, just keeping your poise, that wasn't what you were expecting probably on a return. And like I said, Norton probably overran it just a little bit and found a seam and just kept running.
Alex Krug set the kickoff for the Broncos, averages 34 yards per kickoff back deep. Tyler Backman of Norton and Tice Melvin. Backman 17 yards per return, Melvin 14 yards per return. So second kickoff here in about 15 seconds. So this is Melvin off the left side. He had some room gets up to the 45-yard line, and that's where the Blue Jays will start 1st and 10, just short of the 45, so at the 44.
Yeah, good field position for the Blue Jays. Brought down by Trey Zorn out there. Zorn's the starting free safety for the Broncos.
So up front, Traven Enfield, Connor Schoenberger, Corbin Puga, Colton Stover, Rowan Granberry, all of them. The lightest one, Enfield, at 205 pounds on the left tackle. So,
yeah, looks like Russell's coming out in a 4-3
yep,
look
I
here.
formation. This is going to give to, that's 32 for the Blue Jays. Somebody different than we had. That's Logan Fonenstill. And he gets about 4 yards on first down.
Looked like he was brought down by Mason Rohr. Got about game of 3, and Norton could play this either way. They can, ground it out, just keep the chains moving, and everyone, but they can pop you deep. They get trips here down here at the front of the screen. Here.
Yep. Trips receivers to the right of Jones. Willauer, the fullback, in the backfield. Now Jones rolling off to his right. Nobody's open. He's going to tuck it up the run. He hits hard at the 50-yard line. That's number 45, Braden Suki. So a gain of just 2 yards for Jones on that carry.
Yeah, but Jones, like I said, he's definitely he would have to throw first, but he can tuck it down and run, and is effective in that role, and will even carry it occasionally out of the backfield just on a straight run play.
Eli Jones, the quarterback. We got Tyler Backman, the tailback. Logan Fonenstill, the fullback. You've seen Logan Willauer also in there for the Blue Jays in the backfield. Bodie Fonenstill, Tice Melvin, the receivers. Roman Hauser, the tight end. Even the tight end's at 230 pounds for the Blue Jays. So big bodies up front. Now it is 3rd and 4. Eli Jones rolling to the left. He's going to throw it across the middle just a little high for Melvin. It's incomplete.
Trey Zorn there defending that pass, help to break up that pass just a little bit as well.
Let's see what the Blue Jays do here. 4th and 4, about at midfield.
I got a couple bodies coming in from the sidelines. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, but
it was Jones and Melvin over there getting the instructions from Coach Melvin. So it looks like the Blue Jays are going to line up and go for this. We got Twins receivers each way for Jones out of the backfield, out of the shotgun formation. Looking to throw. Throws it high and back behind his receiver. That is Hauser, and incomplete, and there's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it looked like they weren't on the same page there. I think Jones looked like he's wanting to throw a back shoulder pass or maybe just a quick curl right there, and Hauser, the receiver, just kept going. So
turnover on downs, and boy, Russell, this is a good start for the Broncos. This is what they needed. They need a win gets them into playoffs, and boy, they needed this start tonight.
Yeah, this has got to give them some confidence. Like I said, they're giving up a little size in this game, but Russell has shown the ability to compete against some pretty good teams. So
now we've got Rohr in the shotgun. And the ball's on the ground. It's still on the ground. Blue Jays pick it up. That's Willauer. He's got one man to beat, and he's tackled from behind at the 14-yard line. That was number 10. Max Evans tried to strip that ball. Willauer still on the ground.
Uh-oh, that didn't look good. They're gesturing to the sideline right away.
Yeah, he looks like he may be in some pain there.
You know,
he's not letting go of that ball, though.
Well, I just say, give the kid a lot of credit because he was trying to pull it out all the way down, and you could see he was struggling to keep it. And if he has a bad injury, that would be easy to let the ball go.
I wonder if it's a cramp, though. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Oh, it looked like his ankle turned over on the replay.
No. Okay.
And an ankle like that, I mean, it can turn over and look gross, and he still maybe will walk it off. But a lot of the players are wearing pink socks. There must be some type of cancer awareness thing going on tonight. And I thought I saw the pink ankle turn. I might have seen that wrong. But
well, while he's down, we're going to take a quick break here. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and Professional Fire Equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Moffat Drugstore, Graham Construction, and Roy's Sales and Service, Brian and Kate Vaughn as steel owners. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Wesco Commodities, CarQuest of Norton, and from the Broncos Game Time Booster, Russell Specialty Books and Gifts. They're rooting for the Russell Broncos to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you'll be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and professional fire equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1, where we're just underway here in this first quarter. 6-0 our score. Russell with the lead over Norton. They're dealing with an injury on the field still yet. Logan Willauer down for the Blue Jays. Looks like a lower leg injury that it's gonna take a little bit more time. Willauer did pick up the fumble and ran it all the way back down to the 14-yard line. And so, Chris, you got some updates on some other districts around the area?
There's 3 districts in our coverage area that you've got teams playing for who will win first and second head-to-head. One of those is Hoxie-Atwood. Hoxie has an 8-0 lead, but I understand that Rawlins County is driving back. Rawlins County is a team that really likes to run the ball, so it may take them a little time to score, but they'll pound it out. Other games in our area that we're watching that are matchups that will the head-to-head decide the district. Smith Center is playing Valley Heights. That's another game where both teams in that game will really like to run the ball. It'll be interesting to see how that one comes out. And the game that may have the highest scoring is Thunder Ridge, who earlier in the year, Ivan had up there, and they scored 90-some points. That they meet Sharon Springs tonight. Whoever wins that game will win that district. So we have 3 games where the outcome will directly decide who gets first and then probably who gets second. I don't think there was any tiebreakers in those districts, but that's what makes this time of year exciting. Also, you've got some teams that are 3 and 4 that are fighting to stay in the playoffs. And if you're reasonably healthy, anything can happen. Quinter was a 4 seed last year and went to Clifton Clyde and beat a number 1 seed. So those things happen.
Yeah, we got just a one score update here as well. Looks like Hayes is up on Topeka High 6-0. Hayes right now currently in the 8th spot in 5A West, though they could get, I think, is up as high as 6th. And so obviously the higher you are, the better first round matchup. Top 8 in 5A get a host a playoff game. So.
Right. And this could be a get healthy game tonight for Hayes. Topeka High has 1 win. That's over Emporia High. Emporia High, the Spartans are winless this year. So, you want to have some momentum. You hope not incur a lot of injuries, and that'll be a big game for Hayes High.
Well, we started the game off with a bang here, Chris. 80-yard touchdown on a kickoff return, the opening kickoff by Sam Thielen. Then the Broncos kept that momentum. They stopped the Blue Jays on downs. They got the ball back in first play, fumbled it. Willauer picked it up and ran it back to the 14. So Norton will have pretty good field position here at the 13-yard line, it looks like, as soon as we get play resumed. But, boy, pretty big swings of momentum
right
already.
Out of the chute. And Norton's a team that has depth. We were noticing that Willauer plays a lot. I had their game earlier this year when they played Peaburg, and I remembered he played quite a bit. He wasn't starting on either side of the ball, but he plays a lot. They'll have somebody to fill that spot, but still, kid made a great play to scoop the ball up. The tackler coming up behind him was Evans, and Evans was trying to strip him, and you can see the ball. I had the glasses on. It was loose coming down, and obviously he has a really bad lower leg injury here, but he hung on to the ball.
He was not giving
and I know
that ball.
Curtis said that even when he was laying on the ground, he still was hanging on to the ball. So probably a courageous kid there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it looks to be a pretty significant injury. They're taking their time. A lot of first responders down there, coaches, trainers down there. It looks like they were immediately on there. Looks the lower extremity injury that they're dealing with, and so it's going to be a while before we
I got one more score of interest here. Phillipsburg 8, Plainville 6. Now, that does not affect the district. Phillipsburg is actually in this district with these teams.
Right.
Plainville's already won their district. This will have some MCL ramifications, however. 8-6 Phillipsburg. A.J. Brown from 69 yards out. I'm assuming he ran that in with 7:30 left in the first quarter.
Yeah. So it looks, also when you're looking at this district, you've got Norton is already the district champs. They're number 1 seed. They'll take on Cimarron next week in the playoffs. But 2 through 5 is wide open. Beloit's second right now, and they've clinched a playoff spot.
Right.
But they don't know what spot it's going to be.
Right. Yeah, they control their destiny, but if they would happen to lose, like you said, they could slide.
Yep. And so and Beloit takes on TMP tonight. And like you went over in the pregame, TMP currently is in the 3rd spot with negative 19 points.
Mm-hmm.
Russell's in 4th. Russell's in 3rd.
Right, Russell's in 3rd.
And then
19, negative 20, and then Peaburg was negative 29. But if you lose a really close game, you could still stay in front of Peaburg.
Right. So you're looking, if you're Russell, if you can keep this within 10 points, you'll be good. You'll be able to make the playoffs. But if it gets more than 10, it kind of then depends on what TMP does.
Yeah, exactly. And we had TMP last week. The wind blew, not last week, I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
But TMP, Shoemaker gave them a gutty performance. They just kind of lined up in a kind of an inverted bone, and they just ran the ball. He threw the ball just enough to keep them honest. That was a really gutty performance by TMP. So,
yeah,
and I do have one more score, by the way. Smith Center's ahead of Valley Heights, 6-0 with 2:40 left in the first quarter. That's another of those games where we'll be watching closely. I noticed we talked about this last couple weeks. Early on, it seems like you get a lot more scores, and later in the game, people quit posting. I wish they would do that.
They do. Yeah, and Waukene taking on Pratt Skyline. We had Waukene last week. They're in a good spot now to win that district. The first time in 20 years Waukene could win district title in football. If they're able to beat Pratt Skyline, they'll be taking home the district title there in 8-man.
Yeah, and La Crosse beat Pratt Skyline. Yep. That's their one district loss already, and Waukene handled La Crosse. Very impressive performance by Trigo last week. So you got to think that barring, injury, something crazy, Trigo will take care of business tonight. But that's really nice sign for the Trigo kids.
And they're young.
They're young because they graduated some of their main offensive weapons, and it maybe took them a little time to get it going. Because I know early in the season, I think Hoxie crushed them.
Yeah, Hoxie and Hill City. Yeah,
right. But now they're on a streak. Yep. Well, just like even Ellis is a 2 seed in their district. Yeah. They're kind of rolling along nicely. We're getting some applause now. They have Will R on the stretcher.
Yep. So it looks like they're gonna get him. Probably go to the hospital, get him taken care of. But Chris, what do you do here? Long layoff for both of these teams. I mean, Norton, you're looking at your teammate, your brother. He's in not in a good situation. How do you get back up? Because it's important. Norton needs to put this in to even the score up or take the lead. But
I think it's pretty important for Norton to do something with this good field position. Not so much because they don't have firepower; they have a lot of firepower. But it's kind of a momentum thing. The longer Russell hangs around this game and believes they can win, that greatly improves their chances. On paper, this isn't a very close matchup. But like you said, if you're Norton, you give up an 80-yard touchdown return. Yeah. Those are the kind of things that make you pull your hair out.
Right.
And then like you said, one of your kids who's a mainstay, plays a lot on both sides of the ball, is clearly not going to return this game tonight, and you're hoping he's going to be okay.
Right.
That can weigh on your heart a little bit, So probably for the Blue Jays, it's just important to let's get the momentum back and not
because they've kind of come out flat.
Yes.
They gave up that touchdown return, and then they were 4 and out on offense, and it's just, they couldn't match Russell's intensity. So,
yes.
Russell came out, they were on fire.
Yeah, well, it's senior night at Russell. That sometimes can be a big motivator for some of your kids. like I said, and then that's exactly the script you want if you're Russell. Get a quick score early in the game. Then that's the kind of thing you can't really plan on returning a kickoff return. There's always some luck to that. I used to coach special teams, and that you're fooling yourself if you think, oh, that was just great execution. There's always got to be some other things.
Right.
Norton kids are running up and down the sideline now. That's going to be another thing. And they're doing high knees
Russell
over on this side, on Russell's side. That's another thing. You had your muscles all warmed up. You're intense. You're getting after it. you don't want to pull a muscle here and then suddenly miss a quarter or half the game.
It's kind of warm, too, so you can, as far as cramp goes, you're probably not hydrating like you did at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So, you got to keep hydrated and keep your muscles loose. And so it's, for Russell, it may have been, this may be okay for them because, they had the momentum coming out. The fumble really kind of took it away from them. Now you've got some time here to reset, get your defense ready for another stand they're going to have to make here on the 13-yard line. If they can stop the Blue Jays here, they keep that momentum going.
Right, but this gives you time for Russell to reset. When you make a turnover like that can kind of be heartbreaking for a minute. Now you got a chance to reset. All right, boys, let's round it up. Let's not get let's make this as difficult as possible. Let's keep them out. Do have another score for this district. Beloit is ahead of TMP 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. So for TMP, I bet it's going to be pretty important to stay really close.
Right.
I think they get behind 14, 20 points, they'll be in big trouble. But if they can stay right with them, just like they demonstrated against Peaburg,
and that game's going to go fast. Both teams are not going to throw the ball.
Right.
Maybe 5 passes between both of them. So that's one to keep an eye on.
Peaburg, let's see, that when they played with Russell, I think it was, I was reading, they didn't throw the ball once the entire game.
So Blue Jays will come out here 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line of Russell. Russell defense did a nice job stopping the Blue Jays their first possession. Up front, Ian Strobel, Tegan Pfeiffer, Bodie Fonensteel, and Roman Hernandez for the Broncos. Linebackers are Seth Schneider, Max Evans, Braden Suki. Defensive back Sam Thielen, Trey Zorn, Mason Rohr, and Walker Middleton.
Yeah. Sam Thielen, he's our Bronco player of the game so far with that 80-yard touchdown return.
Yes.
So
there comes the Blue Jays now. I formation set. Jones under center, and this is a give to the fullback. Boy, he didn't want to hand that off. Fonenstill, though, fights forward for a couple yards, maybe 2.
Looked like they're trying to do a little inside trap or something. That right guard folded over, but boy, they just stuffed that up. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it looks like
second down, Blue Jays.
Granberry maybe was on the pull there, and the Broncos read that. So 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Jays. Also looked like Jones wanted to keep that, maybe option it off the backman.
Right. Well, especially if that Mike linebacker was one that filled real hard, somebody had to. You got to think going that short side might have went.
And there's the give to Backman. He's got some room to the 5, brought down there, maybe at the 6-yard line. Good tackle. That was number 17 for Russell. Roman Hernandez there.
Tyler Backman, by the way, is the leading rusher for Norton. He has 462 yards on the season, but 9 TDs. So he has a way of finding pay dirt.
They tricked me on this, Chris. Roman Hernandez is 17 at home, 53 on the road.
Oh, no. Don't you hate that? Yes,
so now
I see what you're doing there.
3rd and 4 for the Blue Jays. Twins receivers to the left for Jones. High snap, brings it down, but he's going to be stopped at the 5-yard line. Looked like a quarterback draw, but the Broncos stuffed him.
Yeah, I'm watching them unpile there. 55 looked like on the bottom of the pile there. That's Ian Strobel. But it was obviously a gang tackle situation. But Strobel made the pile that made it possible to stop that.
4th and 3 now for the Blue Jays. Boy, the Russell's done a nice job holding him. Norton has yet to get a first down. So big 4th down.
Yeah, and a long call here to draw an offside really, well, it could help you, I guess. You're right, they still can get a first down. So
now I formation for the Blue Jays. Here we go. Jones under center, looking to throw. Has his man in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Nice throw out there to Bodie Fonensteel.
Yep.
Nice, calm, collected throw. You see sometimes quarterbacks rush that, and Jones made that look good.
Yes, like you said, very poised. Jones is a junior, but he plays with a lot of poise.
Yeah, he started last year as a sophomore, and so, yeah, a lot of times you see quarterback rush that. Nice patience there by Jones and finds his receiver.
Well, yeah, you just want to take your time, make sure that receiver's open. I'm sure he had a second read, too, coming back towards the goalpost.
Yeah, now Jones for the extra point here. Snap, and there's the kick. It's up, and it is good. Jones on the year, 20. Now he's 22 at 24 on extra points, and so the Blue Jays now take the lead 7-6. So when you look at this, Chris, now TMP's down by 6. Russell's down by 1. So that brings Phillipsburg back into play.
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
We need one of those. I don't know if you keep those counters going all night long just to see this.
I wasn't sure where you're going for that for just a second, but, but you're exactly right, and that's why always every point matters. But if you're Russell tonight, you want to win this game. But if for some reason you can't win it, if you can keep it close,
right? If you keep it within 1,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
So now back to kick off. There was kind of a short kick, the opening kick. It was just kind of a pooch kick there by Mordecai.
And I don't. Yeah, and a lot of teams now, especially in 8-man, you see it all the time. You gimmick kick all the time. But
he doesn't take a full run up to this, so it's probably looking like that again. I think they've kind of moved. They moved Zorn up and Thielen back. So they kind of got their return man. They're up, and here is Thielen again going to catch this on the run at the 21-yard line, and he's met at the 29, and there is a flag down.
Yeah, it was kind of strange the way he kind of danced around a little bit. I mean, I don't know if they were trying to set up a middle return or what, or maybe he was trying to get back to the Norton sideline, just couldn't get there.
So now let's see what the call will be.
Holding called against the Broncos.
So, okay, I didn't see that. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Holding.
I didn't see.
So now if you're Russell, you kind of came out and you knocked Norton down to the canvas and they got back up. They punched you back, and now you're in a fight. So it's and see how you respond here.
Yeah, I think like I said, Russell, the games they've played best, they've been able to run the ball some. Obviously, you got that big Norton front there you're running at, but you need to get some first downs and try to get a little momentum back. You don't want to go 3 and punt.
Right. So now, Twins receivers to the left for Roar. Lone setback is Suki. Now Roar gives a Suki, and he's swarmed up there by a bunch. That was Hauser coming in, and Jones may have blitzed as well, coming from his strong safety position. So loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah,
second
they got a
11.
lot of bodies there really fast. So
Loss of 1 yard on the play. Second
well, that's the
down.
thing with this defense. If you can, and they've got Jones playing in a linebacker position.
Right. Yeah,
it looks
like
Weigel,
a 2 deep and everybody else in the box.
There's a throw, nice throw out to the flat and pushed out of bounds. That's Max Evans, and he's going to have a first down for the Broncos.
Yeah, Jones forced him out of bounds, but like I said, that's what they need to get some first downs, get some momentum. You want to get the momentum back because it swung back to Norton with the short field touchdown and PAT kick.
Yeah, they were given way too much room out there, and just you just pop up and throw it out there. So
yeah, they must.
Dominic Valehing in for the Blue Jays in the safety spot. Now this is a give to Suki up the middle. He gets maybe a yard or two. Brought down there by Puga. Big nose guard for the Blue Jays.
I do like the way Suki, though, he kind of worms his way in there. He stays pretty patient. Sometimes a big fullback will just kind of blast it in there, and I'm not sure with Norton's size that's going to be very effective.
And they list him as a fullback. I mean, they only play with one running back, but he's not a running back. He's a fullback.
Yeah.
So kind of got that fullback mentality.
I like that, though. You're going to play one back. Let's not be thinking scat back here.
No. And now there's no backs there for Roar. Trips to the right. Only 2 defenders, that's it out there for Norton. Nice coverage, though. That's Melvin, and he's still on his feet, and he gets brought back down even further. I'm surprised they didn't stop that.
Boy, I'm kind of surprised.
Oh, they are. Okay. I didn't hear the whistle.
Yeah. Melvin, it's almost like he'd seen that on film or something, but boy, he came hard on that.
That was a good read. They only had 2 defenders out there for 3 receivers. So
and they had a 4th guy just right on the wing there. I was kind of expecting them to try to flood something and even just throw a little not wheel, but a little flare out there to that wing guy. So
now 3rd down and 12. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Now Twins receivers to the right for Roar. Now there's going to be a timeout. Just kind of took too long for Russell. So we'll take it with them. 5:21 left there in this first quarter. Our score, Norton 7, Russell 6. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. Big 3rd down here for Russell. 3rd and 12. Now under pressure, and Roar's brought down the backfield. Boy, there's just you can't be waiting back there with that 5 line for that's Corbin Puga again.
Yeah.
And it looks like Hauser as well was in there on the sack. And, man, that was
quick.
quick.
It looked like he got one read and maybe started to get a second, and he was trying to I don't think he even finished that second read, to be honest.
The Blue Jays with the sack and 4th down and 20. 2 guys back. This is a little different than we've seen. 2 guys back for the Blue Jays. And it's a short punt. And Blue Jays are just going to let this one run. It'll go down to the 46-yard line, and that's where they'll start 1st and 10. But
it looked like it was Melvin back deep with
Vallejo.
So, like Russell right now, boy, you don't want to turn around and give him a score. You know, just make this tough on Norton. Force a punt or get turnover on downs.
Boy, they held them out 4, turnover on downs, 4 plays, and then they had a 4th down too. The Bronco defense is playing pretty good here.
Yes, they are. I tell you what, Jones has done a nice job kind of on short rollouts. They're not even full rollouts, but he kind of gets a lane.
And now there's a quarterback carry off the left side across the midfield down to the 49-yard line. And there's a flag. I didn't see. Something's after the play, though. Whatever this will be.
Unfortunately, just the games I've been at, there's been more post-play penalties this year than I've seen.
And it wasn't even on the tackle. It was somewhere else. And personal foul against the Blue Jays. So the white hat is usually he faces the home crowd when he makes the call.
Yeah, well, this is the press box, too. Usually that's the faced the press box too.
And he's, but he faced. Now he's going to come back and nope, not going to make the call over here. So
that is odd. That
yeah, he's making. He's like back there making.
Not that we are the most important,
Right.
but all the press is important.
Well, the stadium announcer, you would think.
Yes. He needs to know too.
Yeah.
So this
That's
moves
a
the ball
big-
back to the 36. That is a big penalty.
Big penalty. So the down counts, and then you get 15 yards back. So this is 2nd down and 20, it looks like. I formation for the Blue Jays. And it's a pitch to Backman off the left side. He's got some room, 40. Puts his head down, gets back to close to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, number 6 was on the stop out there. That's Walker Middleton for the Broncos, coming from his corner spot to make that play.
That's just
like I said, get you back to about the original line of scrimmage. But if you're the Broncos, you got to like 3rd and 11.
Yes.
Or
about 3rd and 11.
yeah, scoreboard says 2nd and 11. That's what's got me confused.
Yeah.
But the 6 says 3. So.
Yeah, I know. If Russell can get off the field again here on defense, I mean, you got to like that start for the defense. Trips receiver to the Blue Jays to the right. Tight end flexed out to the left. And there's movement on the Blue Jays, and this is going to be another penalty. So just a little flat for Norton, it looks like.
He pointed towards the Broncos, though. No, but the Norton's the one walking backwards, though.
Delay a game.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
so,
maybe he was pointing back, meaning the back jet was keeping
Well,
time.
we've seen some of that in these games, a more delay a game than what normally.
Well, and yeah, they signal. I mean, you should know when you're running out of time.
Yep. So trips receiver to the right. And they got the play clocks there. There's a throw deep down the field looking for Hauser. And out of bounds, incomplete. So
they had two defenders back there. There was not much chance that was going to work, and that's why Jones probably just stood out of bounds. We're not going to take a chance on a pick there. But force a punt is what the Broncos needed here. Like I said, keep some momentum. Stay close. Good things can happen for you. And like I said, other than the bad field position situation they gave up points, their defense has been stout.
So back to punt is Jones, 37 yards per punt. Back deep is Walker Middleton, 24 yards per return. So good punt here by Jones. Going to drive Middleton back to about the 14-yard line. And still on his feet. Boy, he's got some quicks out there, but brought down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, brought down out there by number 6. That's Dominic Falling. But the problem is when you dance like that, as you watch Norton cover, they stayed in their lanes. And when a team stays in their lanes and they don't stack up, it's hard to jitterbug your way through that.
So now 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for Russell. Pretty good punt there by Jones to pin the Broncos back.
Part of this beautiful game, I mean, you look at the flag over there, it's not moving at all. So kicking either way, throwing the ball either way will not be an issue tonight.
The bugs may. If you look at the lights, though, the bugs may be a problem.
Bugs can be a problem.
So now Rohr set to give to Suki, and he's got some room off the right side. Suki to the 25, close down to the 30. He's going to have a first down, taken down up there by Tice Melvin, but first down run for the Broncos.
Boy, you got to wonder, Zach Martinez, Aaron McCarty on the right side there did a nice job kind of folding that down. And Suki, like I said, seems to have a nice eye for finding where to run the ball.
Yeah, they punched the defensive end down and made a nice hole there for Suki to run. 1st and 10 now at the 29-yard line. And this is Suki again, and he's met still on his feet, though. And, boy, he keeps those feet going. He may got a couple yards there.
He runs like a fullback.
He does.
Let's call it what it is. That's a fullback run there.
So he was met in the backfield, and I think he got 2 yards.
Yeah, he was stacked up about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. And
trying to rip that football.
I did see a tush push or anything. That's a big thing in the NFL right now. But
it looks like the Blue Jays were trying to strip the ball, and he just kept his feet moving, got a couple yards.
And boy, -1 +2. That +2 is not great, but you're still close on schedule.
So second down and 8 for the Broncos now. Middleton in motion, and they're going to give to Middleton off the right side. He's got some room, boy. He's got some speed and steps out of bounds, but he's going to have a first down. They'd like to give him in space, it looks like, and pretty shifty little player.
Yeah, Jake Weigel forced him out of bounds. Like I said, he's got nice quicks.
Yeah.
I mean, he got to the corner very quickly and turned it upfield very quickly. It's one thing to be quick, but he was also decisive.
Yes.
Some of the Bronco people have been dancing around some, and I think Norton's fundamentally sound. I'm not sure dancing's effective, but being decisive like that, find a hole and get what you can out of it. First down, Broncos.
So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Kind of everybody in
that's
tight.
the illegal substitution. You can't be in the huddle and run out.
They tried to sneak him off.
Yeah, yeah. And to be honest, at this level of high school, that's probably not a big deal. I mean, it's a penalty, so you got to call it. But in the pros, you're sending your defense out based on who's in the huddle for the offense.
Right.
If you see 4 or 5 receivers out there, you put a bunch of D-backs on the field.
Right.
But that's why you can't do that. Is that gives the defense a chance to react to who you have in the huddle.
So now 1st and 15 at the 37-yard line. Again, kind of a tight formation. Twins set for the Broncos. Going to give to the fullback. That's Suki, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Brennan Fonensteel from his linebacker spot makes the play.
And it seems to me, as I recall from somewhere, he's their leading stop man.
Yes.
So not a surprise, and that's typical of a linebacker. So
now 2nd down, 14. 14 gives Suki a yard on the play.
Yeah, and someone may have got the message, Norton guys, hey, the Suki guy carries the ball. You got to bring him down first before you go for the strip.
Yep. So Russell's taking their time here. Just 47 seconds left, first quarter.
This may be a situation where Russell realized we don't want to have a shootout.
It's a pitch off to looks like that's number 3.
I thought that was
Trey Zorn. Yep, Trey Zorn with the carry.
And Fonensteel's again up on the thing. We said we're several Fonensteel suited out, so I should say that's Brennan Fonensteel who made the stop again.
Yeah, we got. I think Norton's got. I counted 4 Fonensteels on Norton's team, and Russell's got 2 Fonensteels. So.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's Fonensteel. In Western Kansas, I've always heard it said Fonensteel. Now, in Eastern Kansas, the meat production plant there in Emporia is called Fanensteel.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty confident we're out here in Western Kansas, we're saying Fonensteel.
So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Kind of an entertaining first quarter, back and forth between these teams. 7-6 our score. Norton with the lead over Russell. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and Professional Fire Equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
Up on Plainville, 22-6.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. A big 3rd down here for the Broncos. 3rd and 12. Try to get you updated on some of the scores here after a bit. Now it looks like Norton's going to bring a blitz. Just set a screen.
Is the right call.
He's got some room out there, and nice job. That was Colton Stover coming from his defensive tackle spot, coming back and making that tackle.
Yeah, that's the right call when you see that big rush coming, but you've got to clear that first wave. Like you said, Stover does a nice job covering back. The corner must have came up too and slowed him up a little bit.
Fawnenstiel, Sorry, Bodie Fawnenstiel.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's illegal formation, though.
Well, I didn't have 7 guys on the line, or
be 4th and 9.
Here, I'll get you scored real quick. Phillipsburg down to Plainville, 22-6. And like I said, Phillipsburg, their season may end tonight, but they may end it on a high note.
Hill City's over Decatur Community. Yeah, Hoxie and Rawlins County. Atwood in a fight there.
Yeah, 16. That's what I have too. Yeah.
Trigo's up 8-6.
Yeah,
on
that
Skyline.
was even more up to date. Lacrosse is hammering Nest City, which you'd expect.
Lakeside over Pike Valley there.
Yeah, Thunder Ridge, Wallace County score. I hope somebody will keep us up to date on that one. That could be fantastic.
And Valley Heights with the 2-point lead over Smith Center. Victoria over Otis Bison. What'd you have on Plainville, Phillipsburg?
22-6, I think it was.
Plainville?
Yes. No, Phillipsburg. Because I'd say Phillipsburg may end their season on a high note.
So now 4th down and 8. It looks like Russell's going to go for this. Norton declined the penalty. And now let's see what.
Well, that's the thing about declining the penalties. You give them a.
Yep. This is going to be a punt. And, boy, that little short set, if Ivan was here, he'd be coming out of his seat. He hates that.
Yeah.
On the short snap on a punt.
Yeah, because it's not very far to cover to block.
No, it's not.
But I tell you, it was very effectively executed. The ball rolled out of bounds at the 27-yard line. You don't have to worry about Melvin or one of the other Blue Jays getting a good return on it that way.
Well, we've seen a lot of punts blocked, though.
Yes, yeah. Well, like I said, that short snap, and that's why you get 2 strides and you can block it. I think sometimes coaches think, well, they're not looking for a punt, and it's like, well, 4th and 8. I mean,
right. Yeah, boy, we'd have been hearing from Ivan if he was here. Hopefully, Ivan's getting healed up, but I formation for the Blue Jays. This is just a quarterback sneak, and Jones is going to get 10 yards, 12 yards off of that. Just went behind his center there, Corbin Puga, 6'3", 300 pounds, and Puga, just a junior, but he's already a 2-time state placer in wrestling as well. So the big man up front, you just follow him.
Yeah, Zorn, and I didn't get the guy.
And there's an option. Jones has got some room up the middle, fakes the option. He's into the backfield, 30 to 20. That makes a man miss, 10, 15, and he's in for the score. What a big run there off the option play.
That's a 61-yard run for a score.
And the Blue Jays now, their second touchdown. Boy, that was.
And once again, though, and this is one of the fundamental things that drives you nuts. It seemed like they were more obsessed with trying to force the fumble. Yep. If you just make the tackle at the 25, 30-yard line,
right?
That seemed like the more fundamental play. But
yeah, and then by the time you try to catch back up, it's too late.
Yeah, Jones obviously a good athlete. I mean, kicker here too. So
yep, set the kick off. 13-6, our score here. The point after. There's a snap, hold, and the kick is up, and it is good for Jones. Boy, he's got a leg on him there, too. At 14-6 now, the score. And, boy, just one time, Russell wasn't fundamentally sound, and Norton's out the door for his touchdown.
Yes, and you got to wonder if Norton's picking up some things. So they'd run him on a quarterback sneak. He probably just they thought they could handle the A gap and just getting sneaked up. That it's almost like they felt like they weren't really accounting for the quarterback.
Well, you've seen some times this year. Norton's played some close games. Against Smith Center, it was just a one-score game. Against Peaburg, it was just a one-score game. So there's been times during the year where maybe the offense hasn't lit it up, but Other times during the year, boy, they put some points on the board.
Now, Coach Melvin and Coach Melvin should take this as a very positive comparison, but it kind of reminds me of Andy Reid a little bit, that you sometimes wonder if he's got a lot of things in the bag he just doesn't want to show. But because I do know in the Peaburg game, they could have scored. They were right down at the goal line, and they kneeled it out when they could have punched it over. But you're right. And the only bad thing about that letting people hang around is turnover somehow can change things drastically.
So now you look at this. Russell really needs some momentum going their way here before. And now this is a pooch kick right at the – and he takes a huge hit. He didn't fair catch that.
Right. That's what I was going to say. He didn't fair –
And then there's another penalty. Boy, that was thrown too. But, boy, 56 there for Russell. Did a nice job on the catch. But, man, he's got to fair catch that.
Yes. And that's one of the things that in the heat of the moment you just don't think about. But that's exactly what you got to do. Is you got to tell your frontline guys, it's in the air, fair catch.
Yeah.
Unless he bounces that, you can fair catch it.
Ethan Kokenmeyer. Boy, and he just needed unsportsmanlike, it looks like, on Russell.
Russell. Oh, interesting.
But
like I said, this year we have seen more unsportsmanlike penalties, and I don't.
Well, I wonder if they're cracking down just on things being said. So it's not just a. It may not be like a late shove or a late tackle. It could be things that are being said on the. I don't know what I didn't see what happened there, but I don't think refs are going to put up with much anymore. Right. And they shouldn't have to, really.
Right.
I mean,
No, and you know, when you're this far away, we have no idea what's being said down on the field.
So 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line for Russell. Boy, they need something going here offensively. Twins receivers each way. Well, and again, Morton just has one defender out there on the Twins to the left, looking to throw to the right, though. And this is Middleton. He made the catch. He's up to the 40. Gets to the 42-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down, but
they took advantage of what you said, that they're playing zone. They just have one man over the top. The extra receiver gets a block on Melvin, gets him enough to get free. Jones comes across to cover back, but that's a first down for Russell. That's what the Broncos need. They need momentum.
Well, I think if they can get Middleton in some space, boy, he looks dangerous.
Yes, he does. He looks shifty and decisive.
Yep. So 1st and 10 here for Russell at the 42-yard line. Twins receivers to the left for Rohr. Junior quarterback looking to makes the handoff, breaks the tackle. Suki to the 50, down to the 48-yard line, close to another first down.
Tripped up there by Jones. Jones is having to make a lot of the plays on both offense and defense.
Boy, you ran through. You're not going to be able to arm tackle him.
Yeah, well, it's just like I think they're saying we don't want any part of that Corbin Puga guy, so we're going to run off tackle.
Yep. So first down, another first down for Russell, getting some momentum. Yeah, you're not going to be able to you're just not going to arm tackle him. You're going to have to hit him.
Right. It looks like they're running a lot to their offensive right side. Number 64, Zach
and there's
Martinez.
Rohr, lowers his head, and he gets a couple yards.
Mason Rohr with the quarterback keeper.
Out there, Traven Infield on the tackle. So 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, now you run right. This is clearly the short side now. You wonder if they'll try to do something to take advantage of that far side. You know, I've done some 6-man games this year too. I'm not used to seeing that big wide field out there, you know. So,
yep, kind of an interesting huddle. You know, the receivers don't huddle up with the rest of the team. Kind of just
I see they're matching up now on the wide side now.
Now in motion, this is the Suki that's
number 3.
Yep, that's Zorn.
Yeah.
Zorn is able to get a couple yards.
Nice cutback there to get. I mean, he started out right, and he realized there's nothing there. Cut back, get a couple yards.
It's a different style of running for sure compared to.
Yeah, I don't think Suki's game is put a foot in the ground and cut back a lot.
He's gonna come
I think I'm not saying that he's going to run straight ahead, but I don't think the cutback is his thing.
So, Twins receivers to the left for Rohr. 3rd down and 5 for the Broncos.
And this is certainly 4 down territory.
Now looking to throw off the play action. Got a man across the middle and makes a catch. That's Middleton again in traffic. Nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, a lot of poise there by Rohr, the quarterback, because when you're thrown in the middle of the field like that, there's a lot of bad things that can happen, especially if that linebacker happens to tip it. But he cleared the linebacker and got it in that seam.
Yeah, Jayton Weigel with the tackle for the Blue Jays, but another first down for Russell. Now just outside the 20-yard line at the 22. 7:35 to go. First half, 14-6 the score.
Yeah, if you're the Broncos, you got to like this. The momentum has went back and forth, but you're more than holding your own.
Now you need to punch this in, though.
Yes.
Now in motion is a tight end, and this is again the Suki up the middle again.
And I shouldn't say about Suki because it looked like that was a zone right, and he said, hey, it's all clogged up right. He put a foot in the ground and went back to the left a little bit.
Good. That's 4 yards on first down for Suki.
But that's what, I mean, especially as you get down here closer to the end zone, it's going to be harder to run that inside game. But they say getting 4 yards on first down is important.
And really, when you're facing a 5-man front, it's man up up front. And if you can win that battle, there's only 2 linebackers back behind them. It's a lot of room to run if you can win. And now Norton offsides. Good job there by the Broncos. Get a free 5 yards and make this, second down and 1.
Interesting. And a lot of times the philosophy of the coach I've been around, they want to save that for a big situation.
Yep.
But the other thing about doing it now is that plants a little bit of doubt in Norton's head about firing off too aggressively.
Yep. So 2nd and 1 here for the Broncos. At the 13-yard line, going to give the Suki off the right side, and he stood up, but it's going to be just a little bit short.
Suki gains about 1 yard.
Yeah, so going to just to be maybe give him a half yard, so 3rd down and a half.
Once again, they're working that right side really hard.
Behind. McCartney and Martinez, the 2 senior linemen for the Broncos.
This is unusual the way they call their plays.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't run out of time and get a delay of game. Because that 5 yards here would hurt.
Got 10 seconds here on the play clock. 3rd down and 1 for Russell. Now going to pitch off to the back out. And that's Middleton, and he's going to have enough. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be close here. It is. Yeah, it looks like the side judge came in. He started behind the sticks, but came over and got enough for the first down.
Well,
so.
Brendan Fonesteel came in from the side to make that tackle. I mean, you want him to shoot his head in the front. I know we're teaching more rugby tackling right now and things like that. But when you're trying to pull somebody down from the side like that, it's hard to keep them from leaning forward and getting that extra yard.
So 1st and 10. Russell can still get a first down at the 1 yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 11. 4:55 to go, first half.
That guy looks like some air raid principles there where they come out there and set up. And then
looking to throw. He's got his man out in the flat, just dropped. Good throw, but that's Brody Fonensteel for the Broncos.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, can't just say Fonensteel tonight. We got to get some first names in there. Yeah, he's a 6'3", 205-pound freshman.
So we got a Brody, and then we got a Bodie Fonensteel for Norton. So they're just trying to make it confusing for us.
Yeah, I agree. That is a tough. 2nd and 10 here. If you're Russell, you want to get some 5-6 yards anyhow.
Well, they're playing right up on Middleton. Yeah, I don't think I'd give him much room. Now rolling out to the right is Rohr. Looking to throw. He's got his man out in the flat. That's 23 out there. That's Seth Schneider.
Yes.
Bringing in some guys here.
Yeah, he's a 5'8", 180-pound senior. Like I said, giving some different looks, some different body types there.
Jones and Melvin on the tackle. So 3rd down and 4. Give him 6 on the play there. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that was. I think that was really important for the Broncos.
Yep.
Obviously, you'd like to get the first down, but just to give yourself a good chance now, you're on schedule.
Yep. So Twins to the left. This is Roar up the middle, and he's going to get to about the 3-yard line. It's going to be 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, he kind of gave a last-minute leap there to kind of give himself a chance. Roman Hauser looked like was hanging on to try to keep the stop, but like I said, 4th and 2 is about what that looks like.
So 4th and 2. And I can't tell on the far side, but it looks like a true 2 yards, though, all the way to the 1 they've got to get. So big 4th down for Russell. Everybody in tight, still just Suki in the backfield. He's been their workhorse so far. And there's a little flinch, and they stopped on 4th down. Was there a whistle before that? He's not going to get it, though. I thought I seen a little flinch.
I would have never guessed that was what the play call was going to be. Big Puga lost his helmet there at the end of that play.
But yeah, you're running right into the strength of the Blue Jay defense there, and it was just a quarterback dive. It wasn't even a draw or nothing.
No.
So, I thought I heard a whistle, but it looked like a little bit of movement before. But big stop for Norton, and boy, Russell had a nice drive set up all the way down to the 4-yard line, 3-yard line, and just.
You now they've really got to keep him stuck down there in that end, make him punt out of the end zone.
This is just a quarterback sneak up the middle, going to get a couple for Jones, gets to the 7-yard line.
And on Norton's last possession, Jones had a first down run. He had a long touchdown run, so it's not surprising that Jones runs the ball.
Yep, this is going to be a little counter there to Backman. And he's going to take it across the 10 to the 11. But that'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Backman, like I said, was leading rusher coming into this game, but they haven't used him a lot tonight.
Well, I think, Willauer was also being used, and Fonenstiel as well. They kind of
by committee approach, yeah.
But now it's just down to 2 of them. So now 3rd and 2 here for the Blue Jays. Here comes a blitz and a pitch out to Backman. He stops, tries to get it, but nice tackle out there by number 12. That's Mason Rohr.
Yeah.
Backman tried to, now he's slow to get up.
Brought down by number 12, Mason Rohr.
Yeah, Backman's limping now too. Boy, he tried to plant that outside leg and cut up, and now Backman is going to limp off the field.
I wonder if that's was a pre-existing injury, because like I said, they haven't used him a lot tonight. And sometimes you turn an ankle a game or two ago, and they're just kind of slow healing. But they force him to punt out the end zone, which is nice for the Broncos.
So now they need somebody to come in on the punt, and Melvin just he's going to be playing line here.
Oh, he is. You're right.
He's only 145 pounds, but they needed somebody out there, and Melvin alertly just runs out and
coach's son.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah, he knows. Oh, and there's a fake. Oh, and they run out of time. Boy, Hauser would have had that first down off the fake, but just ran out of time. And it's going to be a delay of game.
Oh, wow. Boy, that's the Blue.
Man.
If you're the Blue Jays, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Called on the Blue Jays.
Man, and that would have been a first down for Norton, but now
Repeat 4th down.
So now 4th down and 8. Probably going to fake this out of your end zone.
No. We didn't think they'd fake it last time, though, either.
Kind of a soft snap, and it's going to take a roll down to about the 48-yard line. This is Middleton, and he gets up to the 35.
Good field position for the Broncos. It wasn't a fantastic punt, but Jones got a nice forward roll and then nice return.
Yeah, the snap kind of took a while to get back.
Yes. Yeah, it kind of hung up in the air, and I'm sure that as a punter, that's not a very good feeling when you're standing in your own end zone.
Yeah, it just probably seemed like it took forever to get back to him.
Welcome to Russell High School. It's always a great day to be a Bronco.
So 1st and 10 here for Russell at the 35
139
yard line.
time could be a factor here.
And this is Roar out the throw. He's got a man out in the flat. Nice tackle out there. Is that Jones?
Number 17,
Yep.
Roman Hernandez.
Jones with the tackle on Hernandez.
Boy, that's huge.
Yeah.
He kept him in bounds, obviously. And like I said, and the Broncos don't seem to like to. I mean, they seem to be very deliberate.
Yeah.
So the, scoring fast may not be in their quiver right now.
So now 2nd down and 11. Roar out of the shotgun. Looking to throw, and he's met there. The big tackle on the sack there by Roman Hauser.
Right.
That was a big hit.
Yeah,
And
Roar had to
hopefully
pull the
more-
ball down.
Yep.
He had a first rusher that kind of got in his face. He pulled it down, stepped up, and Hauser
Yeah.
was right there to greet him.
Both defensive ends bearing down on him. That was infield with the initial pressure.
Yeah.
And he steps up, and there's Hauser with a big hit. And so Norton takes a timeout. That's kind of interesting that the Blue Jays take a timeout.
Okay, at halftime, it's Hoxie 16, Atwood 14. Atwood had the ball on the 30-yard line with 6.5 seconds left. They threw a Hail Mary to the end zone. Atwood played 2 defenders on him, but he still caught the ball and scored the touchdown. So must have been a real exciting play if you're watching that game. But 16-14, fantastic matchup there.
Yeah, 2-point conversion is going to be
Yeah.
maybe a factor in that ball game.
Here's some other halftime scores. Beloit's ahead of TMP 6-0. TMP, give them credit. They're playing
Yeah.
defense tonight.
And I couldn't remember. Was Russell ahead of TMP on points?
I got that. It's like I think it was a 1-point difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russell's minus 19, TMP's minus 20. So you're right.
So they're
Russell-
tied right now.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. But they're still both ahead of P-Bird
Right.
at the moment.
Right.
So this is 3rd and 20 for the Broncos. Norton called the timeout. And there's another flag because man was not in, can't substitute out of that huddle. So,
Yeah.
boy, a lot of we'd seen a lot of flags last week, a lot of flags this week.
Yeah. And like I said, it's unusual this time of year to
Yep.
still have that issue. Phillipsburg's had a Plainville 22-6 at halftime. That score does not matter for this district, though.
Right.
Plainville's 1A.
Well,
But,
Plainville won their district.
Yes, and they won their district.
Phillipsburg may not even make the playoffs, and they're up 2 touchdowns on them. That's a tough district.
Yes.
And now this is a halfback pass. Look at Zorn looking to throw, and just short of his receiver. And Zorn is still on the ground. He took a hit, and this will bring up 4th down.
Reminds me of Seattle Seahawks quarterback Jim Zorn, famous lefty that he took a lot of abuse, that boy, but boy, was he tough. Scott City's up on Colby 22-6 at halftime. Let's see.
So now it looks like sent out the punt team.
Great Bend captured the WAC volleyball championship for the first time in 20 years. So
Here's the punt. Good punt. And this is Volling, and he takes the ball up to the 23, 24-yard line for the Blue Jays.
yeah, I'd say Sam Thielen, our Broncos player of the night right now, he did a nice job. He fought off a blocker and then made the tackle. Thielen, of course, opened the game with an 80-yard kickoff return as well to get the Broncos on the scoreboard.
So now just 30 seconds to go. You know, Coach Melvin's not going to sit on this. I think if he calls a timeout, he's got something in mind. And you always got to watch out for the old ball coach. Ivan is one of Ivan's favorite coaches just because he's pretty aggressive. He's not going to sit back and do nothing. So Twins receivers for Jones looking to throw, and he's got his receiver. That's Melvin, and he's out of bounds. I think Norton can run, a quick offense here. They like to throw the ball.
Yeah, their philosophy is quite different than Russell's. And obviously they're going no huddle here. That was number one, forced number one out of bounds, by the way. Thielen
And there's a timeout, a good timeout there by Russell,
Yes.
coach there, just saying, all right, here's what they're going to do. They're going to go up tempo. So stick with your guys.
Yep. Quinter clinched the fourth place spot in their district. They finished off Stockton 60-0 or 50-0. Stockton's had a tough year, don't have a single win. But Quinter will be the 4th seed out of that bracket. Atwood and Hoxie are playing for the 1-2. The 3.
Hill City?
Yeah, it's Hill City.
That's a tough district, too. When you got, when Quinter's your 4th seed, I mean, Quinter has had a good year. They're a tough team. And
yes.
And both, Hill City and Hoxie and Atwood, that's a tough deal. You don't want to be the cross bracket there.
Right, that's what I say, especially facing Hill City. Hill City is, on any given night, is capable of showing up and playing a whale of a ball game. They've been an up-and-down team. Now, here's a surprise score. I bet you wouldn't have guessed this one. Halftime, Wallace County 36, Thunder Ridge 0. Can you imagine Thunder Ridge playing a half and not scoring?
Wow, what?
I wonder if that's on Scores in Kansas Twitter, and that's usually a pretty accurate source.
So Twins receivers for Jones each way, looking to throw, and he's got his man, that is Hauser, out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 18 seconds to go.
But they're chunking it down the field, and you say, well, they're never going to get there where they might hit a hook and ladder. They may spin back out of that. There's some things that can still happen out of those little plays.
I remember one time we've seen a hook and ladder from the Blue Jays. Now there's a man in motion. And this is Melvin. Nice throw out there by Jones. Perfect timing right when he broke out of his
his
route.
He was not turned around when he released that ball.
Good for a Blue Jay first down.
That's a good catch by Melvin because you turn around, there's the ball.
Yeah, bam. 14 seconds left, so they can probably do that one more time.
And we may see Jones with the field goal attempt because this is a big throw and out of bounds, and there may be – like the Russell crowd wanted an offensive pass interference.
Dominic Vailing, ball's incomplete.
But
I still cannot believe Wallace County's head of Thunder Ridge 36-0. I'm not surprised.
Or injury or something. Maybe.
Yeah, that does make me think too. It's not that, like I said, I've seen Sharon Springs this year. They're a good team. Those kids are always scrappy and competitive. But to shut out Thunder Ridge is incredible.
So now 9 seconds to go. Norton still has 2 timeouts, so you don't have to hit an out of bounds. And now there's going to be a procedure call on the Blue Jays. False start. So
Hill City's about to punch their ticket in that 3 seed. They're ahead of Oberlin 42-0. As I recall, if Hill City would have lost that game, there was a scenario they could be eliminated.
Oh.
But they're not. That's not going to happen. They're ahead of Oberlin 42-0.
So now 8 seconds to go. See what. Wonder what the discussion here is. Is it a time runoff type of deal? I mean, Norton's got a timeout, so they may. Yeah, they may make Norton take a timeout though.
Well, like you said, the thing was intriguing about this. 8 seconds, it's hard to get much yardage to set up a field goal. But I liked your thought there a little while ago. If they get close, Jones can't try to kick a field goal.
Yeah, I don't think he hasn't attempted a field goal. But you look on the extra points, he's got plenty of leg.
Yeah.
And now they're going back to the coach, Melvin, to see. I know, like, if it's in the NFL, you have a runoff of the clock. I don't know if that's the same thing here. So, but now, 2nd and 15, but 8 seconds to go in the half. Blue Jays at the 48-yard line. Jones looking to throw. He's got his man out in the flat. That's Melvin at the 39 with just 1 second to go. I guess you set up a Hail Mary at this point.
Well, and you can watch this and say, well, what's the point? Well, they may have wanted to get it to a situation where Jones could get the ball down to the end zone.
Right.
I mean, the Hail Mary that you throw to the 5 or 10-yard line, you still might catch it, not get in the end zone. You want to be able to throw the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, and so now Jones, you're looking at.
And I'm sure Jones can throw it that far too. I mean. But that may have been the thing that they were thinking before.
Just 1 second to go. But you look at the Blue Jay receivers. I mean, they don't. I mean, if you get to Hauser 6'4".
Yeah, that's a nice.
And Bodie Fawnensteel 6'2", so you got some height out there.
And obviously there's some scenarios, too, where you will tip the ball back into another player. Baseball scores tonight. Astros have taken a 3-2 lead in the series over the Rangers. They won tonight 5-4. Phillies lead the D-backs 2-1 in the series, but the D-backs lead the game 2-1 over the Phillies.
So now they're going to set up trips receivers. Hauser split all the way out here wide for the Blue Jays. Looks like Fawnensteel's set to the other side. Here comes the blitz. Going to throw it. And this is heaved up at the 20. Pitches it back to Melvin. And he's brought down at the 12-yard line, kind of awkwardly. But yeah, that was exactly the play. They wanted it. But good job on the defense. They blitzed.
Yes.
They blitzed Jones. He had to get rid of it faster.
Jones couldn't step into that throw the way he'd like. When you hear quarterbacks talk, they really don't like pressure around that front foot, that plant foot.
So a stop at the 20-yard line will keep our score 14-6. Norton with the lead over Russell at halftime. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Moffett Drugstore, Graham Construction, and Roy's Sales and Service, Brian and Kate Von as steel owners. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Wesco Commodities, CarQuest of Norton, and from the Broncos Game Time Booster, Russell Specialty Books and Gifts. They're rooting for the Russell Broncos to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you'll be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and Professional Fire Equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Moffett Drugstore, Graham Construction, and Roy's Sales and Service, Brian and Kate Von Steel owners. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Wesco Commodities, CarQuest of Norton, and from the Broncos Game Time Booster, Russell Specialty Books and Gifts. They're rooting for the Russell Broncos to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you will be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. We got the Russell Dancers out here doing a little routine to Thriller as zombies. It's quite
yeah, well,
pretty good job.
They said it was originally done in, I thought they said 1999. It was someone from here in town that had done the choreography. So these girls did a very impressive job with it, though, here in 2023.
So a halftime score here: Norton 14, Russell 6. And Chris, how do we get there?
Okay, opening kickoff, a lot of excitement here. Sam Thielen took it 80 yards for the score. The PAT was no good. That made it Russell 6, Norton 0. We unfortunately had quite a delay here. Logan Willauer hurt his leg a couple minutes later, about 9:53 left. We haven't heard how he's doing, but our thoughts are with him tonight. 7:40 left in the first quarter. Norton responds. Jones to Faunensteel on a 6-yard pass. So I think it was a little rollout he had there. The Jones PAT was good. That made it 7-6. And in the second quarter, Jones on a 61-yard run scored a touchdown. He also had the PAT kick was good. It made it 14-6. And on that run, he broke away for about 30 yards, and then Russell kept trying to strip him. Yeah. And he's just a good athlete, big, strong kid, and it's hard to strip him. And by doing that, they probably missed a chance to get him a tackle him about 20 yards out. And we went there right there at the end. We had Russell got down to the 4-yard line, and they ran out on downs. So
that's how we got here. Let's check some of the scores around the area on our Nex-Tech scoreboard. What we got in the field here is the Russell cheerleaders going. But Trigo Skyline 16-14 at halftime. That's a battle there.
The reason that's big is if Skyline would win, that'll force a three-way tie in that district, and then you're back to plus and minus.
Yep. And so La Crosse in that district 46-0 over Ness City. That game's going to be called. And Hill City all over Oberlin, Decatur Community 42-0. Hoxie and Rawlins County, like you said, Rawlins County with the score at the end of the half to bring that 16-14. And then Quinter with the win tonight over Stockton, 60-0. Lakeside with the win over Pike Valley, 46-0. And Wallace County all over Thunder Ridge, 36-0, which is
I'm not surprised that
puzzling.
Wallace County's winning. I just can't believe that Thunder Ridge has been held scoreless.
Sylvan Lucas up 28-0 at Logan Palco. No score. We don't have a score from the Wheatland Grinnell St. Francis game. We got Phillipsburg on top of Plainville, 22-8 at halftime. Smith Center retakes the lead over Valley Heights, 12-8. And then Beloit with the 6-0 lead over TMP at halftime.
I'm going to my sources here, see if we can get some more scores here.
Great Bend over Garden City, 21-7. Dodge City over Southeast, 27-6. Hayes, 48-20 at halftime. That's a score fest.
Yes.
Hugoton, 42-0 over Goodland. Scott City over Colby. And Liberal all over Ulysses. Boy, that's 68 points and a half.
Yeah.
Is a
You got to
lot.
wonder if Topeka High decided, hey, we're going to open up our playbook and empty it out too. And Hayes is more known for its ground game. I'm wondering if Malik Bay's run off some long runs in that game.
Yeah, so those are some scores that we've got around the area on the Game Time scoreboard. We'll try to keep you updated throughout the evening on those scores. We got Chris Lee working the Twitter machine over here. Going to get you updated on some other scores. But so, Chris, I know we were talking at the break. Where do we sit here in the districts here at halftime with TMP? They're down 6-0. We got Russell down by 7.
Right.
So they're both literally tied now.
Yes.
But they're still ahead of Peaburg.
Right.
As long as
so they're
it doesn't
both
get too
they're-
far
all
out
right,
of
so
hand.
now they're both minus 26, right?
Yeah, so they ain't got much room to.
Yeah, that's the thing. Peaburg's minus 29.
Yes.
Now 2 of the 3 will advance. Okay. So this is really crazy how close this is.
Yeah.
Russell is putting up a nice fight here in this game with Norton. They keep it close like this.
Yeah.
First of all, you can win the game, but second of all, keep it close, you may advance. So and the thing is, it's like that Phillipsburg is rolling tonight over Plainville. So I'm sure we'd like to
shot.
Yeah, they'd like a shot at keeping their season going, and their offense is weatherproof. So they're not worried about if next week it's sleeting or the wind's blowing 60 miles an hour.
One more score by either Norton or Beloit then puts TMP and Russell out of the playoffs.
Yes.
And so this thing is going to come down. This is going to get wild, I think, Chris.
Yes.
I mean, we could see.
And this is why, if you're a TMP or Russell coach, it's like, boys, listen, we want to win our game, first of all. I mean, we're not conceding anything. But we want to keep it close. You're down 14 towards the end of the game. We're going to keep playing hard to try to cut that back to 6 or 7, because that may be the difference between advancing and not advancing.
Or even, if you're a fourth down, you didn't even think about kicking a field goal just to get some points.
Yes.
Just to get some, but they're not going to have an up-to-date score down on the sidelines of what TMP's doing. So I don't know what. Maybe you got a coach up there looking to tell you kind of what the score is. But
they're on Twitter too.
Or you're just going to try to, you're just going to focus on your guys, and we're just going to do the best we can.
Right. But I just think that the last game of the year, the psychology, that's really difficult.
Yeah.
Because, unfortunately, you got some kids that are thinking about basketball or wrestling.
Yep.
You got some seniors that are like, they're going to be laying it all out there. This is their could be their last chance to play.
Yeah.
Some of the seniors like we want to continue our season.
Well, and if Russell can win this game, and if TMP can beat Beloit, which they're all within a score, then Russell's looking at being possibly the 2 seed.
Yes.
And so you could be from the 2 seed all the way out. So it's just
exactly. Yeah. I don't remember what our last Beloit score was, but yeah, if Beloit would somehow slip, you can move all the way up to the 2 seed.
Yeah, so. Well, it's going to get interesting here this second half, but we'll take a quick break right here, and we'll come back. We'll have the second half kickoff. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and Professional Fire Equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
No matter who you are, the Hayes Rec Commission is for you. There's leisure programs for all ages. There's a wellness center that works for anyone at any level. Youth and adult sports, aquatics, and great facilities for any event. Go to hayesrec.org to see the list of activities and sign up. Here are some of the upcoming activities.
We're still having fun. Hayes Rec's the one. We are still the one.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Moffett Drugstore, Graham Construction, and Roy's Sales and Service, Brian and Kate Vaughn as steel owners. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Wesco Commodities, CarQuest of Norton, and from the Broncos Game Time Booster, Russell Specialty Books and Gifts. They're rooting for the Russell Broncos to have a great year.
Here at Mapes & Miller, we take care of your finances, allowing you time to take care of your business, farm, and personal lives. We offer financial services, including tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, and auditing. We offer services to farmers, ranchers, small businesses, and more. By coming to us, you'll be able to spend more time at your business and with your families. It's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. We're set here to kick it off in this second half. Norton won the toss and deferred, so they will receive to start this second half. And
they got one more score. We'll get it real quick. Victoria had already won their District 5, but so this game didn't mean anything, but they pointed out Otis Bison at halftime, 59-8. So the Knights now can look ahead to their postseason.
The back deep for the Blue Jays will be, looks like will be Melvin and Valling as well. So we've seen Backman. He's kind of been in and out with a little injury. Normally he's back there to receive, but dangerous return man to Melvin. This is Valling now at the 20-yard line.
I think Alex Krug on the
gets
kickoff.
Across the 30 to the 34. So,
and number 4 on the stop there for Russell. That's Slade Nuss. Yep. 5'8", 155-pound sophomore.
So 1st and 10 here for the Blue Jays at the 34-yard line.
Norton will start at the 34-yard line.
I said this first drive's important for Russell. I mean, you don't have to stop him cold, but you don't give up points.
Well, it looks like there's been a shift. There's Puga. This may be an offset line, but Puga, the center, is moved over to the right guard.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And now it looks like Stover may be in at center, and there's just a quarterback sneak up the middle there. So interesting.
Yeah, Stover was the right guard and Puga was the center. It looks like they just flip-flopped.
Yep. Now they're flipped. Now, yep. So now it's interesting there for the Blue Jays, and now
they're
on a pull. Yep,
yeah.
that's a counter play, and Bachman's going to have enough for the first down.
Boy, Norton must have realized that they're reading that guard pulling, because they handed off to the gap that the guard evacuated.
I'm sorry, that looks like it is Granberry in as center, and
there could be an injury involved there
and
too.
Stover kicked out to the tackle. I don't see Schoenberger in at the left guard, so maybe that's where the injury's at for the Blue Jays. And I formation for Jones at 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is an option play. Jones going to keep it and maybe just get a couple yards, but good job there. That's by Strobel, the defensive end, read that nicely.
Well, Strobel not only hit the quarterback, but then went and made the tackle both. Usually when you commit to one or the other, you can't play both usually. Well, he figured it out a way.
Yeah. He did a nice job crashing into the fullback and then taking on the quarterback. So just 2 yards on first down, 2nd and 8. Blue Jays at the 47-yard line.
That Melvin up there on the top all
so
by himself out
play
there.
Action. Jones looking out to the flat. That's a tough throw. Melvin makes the catch about the 49-yard line, but Jones had to get rid of that early under pressure, but still had the arm to get it out in the flat.
Yeah, he's got a nice arm. But, Melvin had a lot of space to work out there. Like you said, the flip side of that, though, is it's a long throw.
It's dangerous,
so the D-back has more of a chance to react and either knock it away or even maybe pick it. And if you pick on that far sideline, that could be a pick six,
So now 3rd and 5 for the Blue Jays. Big defensive play right here for Russell. They can get off the field if they get a stop here. In the shotgun for Norton. Twins receivers each way looking to throw. This is Jones going to throw deep. He's got a receiver open. Nice throw out there. And that is Roman Hauser, the tight end. That was a beautiful throw and catch. Boy, hit him just right on stride.
Right in stride. And what that means, those kids are probably out there in the summer to throw the ball around. And you don't perfect that just with a couple throws in practice. That takes a lot of time to make that work.
But Hauser, the tight end, 6'4", 230 out there, and he ran away from the defensive back to make that. That was a great catch, too, over-the-head catch. So big third down conversion for the Blue Jays. Now 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The Broncos really need a stop here.
They flexed Hauser out as a receiver. And now on the option, this is a fullback give. This is Fahnensteel, and he gets to the 5-yard line. So 3 yards on first down.
Tackled by number 17, Roman Hernandez.
Hernandez on the tackle there for the Broncos.
Be interesting to see if Norton just wants to pound this out. They got 3 more cracks at it. They may just say, we got our big Poog out there at the right guard, and we're just going to, we can just pound that rock right at him.
So, 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Now I formation tight for the Blue Jays. Taking their time here. Under 10 seconds to go on the play clock. And this is a give to Bachman off the right side, and he's in for the score. 5-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bachman.
Yeah, and that was ISO. The fullback went up to the defensive end and kicked him out. Ran behind the big guard there. In fact, the tackle even flared out. They doubled out on the defensive end.
That's Brody Mullins, the replacement, looks like at left guard with the pull, the kick-out block for the Blue Jays. And now it's 20-6, and we're going to see how Russell responds here. They've been hit back in the mouth here the second half. So Jones on the kick, and this is going to be wide to the left. No good. Jones pulled it, so 20-6 our score, still a 14-point lead for the Blue Jays. But now you look at the district points, Russell now goes to out of the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, so, literally just slid out of the playoffs, and that PAT might make a big difference. It looked like the snap might have been a little low. The holder picked it up, but I think the timing might have been off just a little bit. And long snapping is so hard. I don't want to make it sound like I'm critical of the long snapper. But the holder did a nice job of getting that back up, but I think it may have thrown off the timing just a bit.
There's a pretty good rush, though, coming as well off the right side, so that might have affected Jones' follow-through. But 20-6, our score, and Russell's going to keep fighting here if they want their chance. I mean, they're literally on every single point. It's so important.
Yeah,
and
literally, you might be falling in and out of the playoffs just on a PAT kick.
Yep.
With 2:42 left the third quarter, Rollins County 20, Hoxie 16.
Oh, so that's got to be a good game too.
Yeah, up at Massacre Canyon, not one of my favorite places to visit as a coach, but
I've been there as a player too when they played 11 man. When Atwood used to play 11.
Peaburg 22, Plainville 12 at the end of the third quarter. Beloit 14, TMP 0. So TMP is minded. They've lost 14.
So now they're both tied. They're both.
Yeah.
So a little pooch kick. And the Blue Jay defender just let it go out of bounds. That was Melvin. He had it out there. If he just would have caught it, Norton would have had the ball.
Yeah, because that had covered 10 yards.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at this
let's watch this replay.
That's a great kick. And just right over the line. And Melvin I don't know what he was. Maybe he didn't think it went 10 yards, and so he wasn't going to touch it.
That's the only I'm thinking is he didn't think it went 10 yards yet. But
surely Russell's going to take the ball where it's at, I would assume.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to mess with that kickoff they have. That's a pretty effective little kick. I think he's hitting the
it's a 5-yard penalty.
It up.
Is that for the ball going out of bounds?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was illegal procedure. And like I said, they could have forced them. They could have enforced it, maybe moved it back 5 minute kick again, but I don't think they want any part of that.
So Twins receivers each way for Roar out of the shotgun. Looking to throw. He's got some time. He's got his man out in the flat. And nice catch there by Dominic Hernandez. And good tackle as well by Melvin.
Yeah, Melvin took him out. But I tell you what, that you like that. 7 yards. You're right on schedule. Like I said, Russell doesn't seem to be a quick strike team, but they don't have to score right away.
No.
But they do need to score on this drive.
So right now they're in a dead heat with TMP as far as playoff goes, and now Norton jumps off again. That's the second time we've seen that.
And that's a first down. So.
And moves the ball to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, if Coach Melvin, now he's talking to the line judge over there. There's something. I wonder if he thinks someone's flinching.
Yep.
We'll
have to see it again, see what the call is next time.
But he was not happy about that.
There's a throw into the flat, and there's a flag down. It's going to be a holding.
Yeah, it looked like number 17 bench press number 21.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it was out here. Yeah, that's 2 points in wrestling, but that's a holding in football here. So, man, that's a tough penalty, too, for Russell. Boy, they had another first down. They'd have been right in momentum to get some points back.
Well, and if he caught his momentum right, it may not have been a hold. I mean, it's for our camera crew did a great job getting that on the replay, but I couldn't tell if he threw him or it was just momentum. So,
1st and 20 now, right outside the 50-yard line.
Boy,
looking to throw. He's got some time. Double pumped, and his receiver, as Hernandez, nice job of making that catch. Weigel mistimed it.
Yes.
Boy, that ball hung in the air, and Weigel was looking to pick that off, but he mistimed it, and Hernandez brought the ball down.
But that's a tough matchup because Hernandez is
he's 6'4".
Yeah. So that's a tough matchup.
Oh, but there's a penalty here.
Oh man.
Unsportsmanlike against Russell, unsportsmanlike against Norton. So they offset, but the Russell crowd's clapping, but this is going to replay the down.
Replay the down, exactly. Unless it was post-possession,
yeah. So I hold your applause because that That's a huge penalty.
Yes.
That's a 25-yard penalty on him. So.
Yeah, I'm sure in a different world they'd sure like to have seen.
So now is it post? now they're coming back. So
the Russell coach is out.
Well, they said dead ball. So if it is a dead ball,
they're not post possession. I meant post play.
Yeah. So now they're clapping. That's better for them.
No, but
they marked it at the 22-yard line.
That's odd.
That must be where the tackle was made.
Yeah, it must be where the tackle was made, and then both penalties were after the tackle was made.
And they're offset.
Offset. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
So it was post,
Post play,
yeah. After the dead ball foul on both. So Russell 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Now that helps out of them a lot.
Twins receiver 28, 20, Plainville 12, by the way.
Twins receivers for Roar now looking to run the ball up the middle. He gets to the 20, maybe the 19-yard line.
Roar's been somewhat effective, and not quite as much as Jones, but he's been effective as well when he sees a middle open up or he thinks the middle's opened up. So,
and the offensive line for the Broncos has had a little bit of success here.
Yeah, even though they're giving up a little bit of weight, their technique is sound.
2nd and 8. Twins receivers for Roar each way. Looking to throw. He's got some time. Has a man in the flat. That's Middleton. Makes a nice move. Gets the 10. He's going to have a first down. And he's he's not a big guy. Just 5'6", 140 pounds. But, boy, that's like tackling a mosquito out there. It just is hard to grab. Nice little play.
Like you said, he's jittery, but he also is decisive.
Yeah.
Nice play.
So 1st and goal now for Russell. And this is Roar up the middle, and he's got a couple yards down to the 5.
Looked like 57 Stover was in on the stop. Like I said, the Russell offensive line did a nice job of giving a crease to run.
2nd and goal from the 5.
It looks like the Blue Jays had him maybe in the backfield, but again, you can't arm tackle down here. You've got to. So we'll see here now. 2nd down and goal from the 5. 2 tight ends for Russell. Here's Roar barking out his signals. Looking to throw, and just overshoots his receiver there.
There's quite a bit of traffic around Hernandez there.
And he took a hit. That's close to being late there. You got to be careful. 3rd and goal now from the 5.
I think when you're a pass rusher and you beat your blocker and you get that close, it's hard to. But but the way they call that in college and pros now, it's very clear. You know, the old days where if you were in a step or two, you just took a clean big shot. Those days are over.
So Russell lines up 2 tight ends for Roar out of the shotgun. Now moving a receiver out. Looking to throw, just high throw, and he takes another hit by Hauser. I'm sorry, that was Middleton making the block. So
Brody
4th and goal now.
Receiver out there. That ball was just a little hot. A little more touch might have made it more effective. But of course, it's easy for me to stay sitting up here. I'm not the one facing that pass rush either.
Yeah. Yep, just threw it a little high and had to throw it over the top of Hauser out there, who's 6'4". So now 4th and goal. They're going to try a field goal. This is what we talked about. You just need points, really. I mean, every little point counts. So
this looks like about a 21-yard field goal attempt.
Yep. And this is Hernandez. Zach Hernandez, nice kick, and it's good. And they bring it within 11. And you may think maybe, why not go for it? But hey, now if that that may have kicked them right now. They kicked them into the playoffs.
Yes,
so.
and the fireworks going off. So
So the 11-point deficit for the Broncos, 20-9 our score, 5:11 to go, third quarter. You know, TMP was down by, they were down by 13, weren't they?
yes,
In the third quarter,
Yeah, here we
14, TMP 0.
So 14-0.
yes.
And so now only 11-point difference here for the Broncos. So, yeah, I mean, maybe you don't kick that in the third game of the season, but tonight.
Hey, that's nice execution. That's
Yes.
not you say, what's a 22-yard field goal? Big deal. The snap, the hold, the kick, there's a lot to execute that. You don't just say, hey, yesterday in practice, hey, let's put that together.
No, and he had some distance to kick. I mean,
so
that would
if they need another one later, you would be totally surprising.
Yeah, and Martinez was just 5 of 10 on extra points, but and missed his first one tonight, but hit that field goal nice. So
yeah, he drilled that very definitively.
But now the Blue Jays will get the ball, get a bounce at the 18-yard line. This is Valling and just tried to go outside, nowhere to go, and he's going to stop short at the 28-yard line.
So, like you said, this is the game within the game. You look at that and you say 29. Oh, Norton looks like they have control. Well, for Russell, they can win by losing it by a very small margin.
Right. That was a smart decision by Coach Aurores. I mean, he just seen they stopped 3 straight times at the 5-yard line, so might as well kick a field goal.
Yeah.
I mean that's.
Yeah,
smart
I
play.
think he probably felt like at that point, I don't have a really good play here in this situation. So
now Twins receivers to the left for Jones out of the under center out of the I formation. And this is to give the Backman, and he gets up to the 32-yard line. So 4 yards on first down.
Brought down by Max Evans. So bring up second and 7 here.
Yep, so give him 3 yards. So just 4:38 to go, third quarter, 20-9 our score.
And Norton's agenda here is win the game, win the MCL title outright, get out of here without injuries because they've already had one major injury tonight.
So now tight formation, and this is going to be a counter play to Backman. He's met right there at the line of scrimmage.
That's number 45. That
Suki there with the tackle. Nice read from his linebacker. And, boy, Backman's still limping around. And there's our fumble from the first half.
Yeah, that was our fumble. That was.
Yep, and
that was a big play in the game.
It was a big play. Yep. So 3rd and 7 now for the Blue Jays.
Because Russell had a whole ton of momentum going before that.
Just unable Norton to get their ground game going. The Broncos have done a nice job stopping the Blue Jays on the ground. And here we go. There's a play-action pass across the middle and just out of the reach of his tight end. Had him open, but pressure was coming, and Jones just throws it a little out of reach.
Yeah, they had four down linemen rushing, and then the 2 linebackers were kind of stepping up. It wasn't like a true all-out blitz, but and some of that may have been, to be honest, it's like we're going to get our defensive linemen upfield, and then if Jones, who has done that tonight, tries to escape, it's almost like they were shadowing him or something.
Now Jones set the punt, then Middleton set to receive, and hang on, because if Middleton gets this, he is fun to watch when he gets that ball. Kind of a looping snap again, and nice angle punt by Jones and taken by the up man Zorn. But yeah, they was angling out of bounds. They don't want nothing of Middleton returning that.
But I like Zorn stepping up and catching that because that ball bounces around. It may roll 10 yards.
Yep.
So happy to present tonight's Bronco Fan of the Week. Thanks for supporting.
So 1st and 10. Russell's been able to move the ball here. Just the points are kind of hard to come by.
Right.
They operate a little better in space, and when the space condenses, then they have a hard time punching it in.
But they've demonstrated they can kick a field goal.
Yeah.
You get down there again, especially in light of the TMP score. That might be big.
Well, a field goal also makes it a one-score game now.
Yeah.
This is Suki, and he gets tripped up by Jones and may have got back to the line of scrimmage.
As the game has progressed, Norton has done a better job of controlling that inside ground game. I wonder, Broncos ought to go back to run that more running off tackle. They kind of fold down the end and get to the outside. They've thrown the ball enough now the D-backs cannot have their noses in the backfield looking for the run.
So 2nd and 10. Twins receivers for Roar each way now.
They've got those D ends out there pretty wide, though. It may be hard to fold them down there.
And here comes the blitz. And this is a give to, nice pass out to Hernandez, and he's going to have first down, but he dropped the ball. Did he get it back? It looks like he did. Nice job there by Dominic Hernandez on the catch. And
there may have been a few hearts there on the Russell sideline that stopped there for a minute. But that connection roar to Hernandez has been valuable for the Broncos tonight.
So 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is the way they've run a lot of their plays. They'll set up original in that shotgun, then they'll walk back, looks at the sidelines. Kind of an air raid.
Now this is get to Suki, and he's brought down there by Puga and by Brennan Fonensteel. Going to get a couple yards, though. He
carried by number 45, Braden Suki.
I think it's the best spot in the world there, but
get 2 yards, so 2nd and 8.
But by doing, even if you're not getting a tremendous amount of yardage out of those dive sort of plays, what it does, it slows down those interior rushers. They can't get upfield so fast.
Now 2nd down and 8. Twins to the left for Roar out of the shotgun. Suki, the lone setback now. Tight end in motion. Looking to throw, and he's got his man. That's Evans. And Evans slips a tackle out to the 22-yard line, looks like. 24-yard line.
Yeah, he slipped the tackle there. He slipped the tackle by Brody Fonensteel out there. Bodie Fonensteel, like I said, we got to get our Fonensteel.
Yeah, you got to get your Fonensteels right in this game.
But like I said, Broncos they're having some success now with some little out patterns, some little cut ins that and like
Roar's he's more definitive on his throws. He's not.
Yes.
He's looking at one progression and going that way. Where in the first half he was kind of hesitant a little bit. And this is Roar, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. That's looks like Eli Jones going to lose 3 on the play. Yeah, Roar tried to bounce it outside.
Yeah, Eli Jones, who also plays quarterback and kicks and punts for the Blue Jays. He's he might be their most valuable player tonight.
Does a little bit of everything for the Blue Jays.
Does. But had a nice read on that coming up from his linebacker spot. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. So, like I said, no win. So, I don't think there's any advantage which direction you're going.
Yeah. So, 2nd down, 13 for the Broncos. And here comes and they got a hit, and there's going to be a flag. It's going to be roughing the passer. They want a flag on the tackle, but there's going to be a flag on the roughing the passer.
Yeah, they blitzed a corner, it looked like, or it was 17.
That's Hauser, the defensive end.
Yeah, well, it was, so he was, like I said, they're flexing their ends out a little wider, and that's what makes it look like a corner.
Looking at that throw, and it didn't look like he got underneath the face mask. It didn't look like any face mask there.
Right.
I
think it looked worse than what it was.
Yeah, that arm came underneath. But the roughing the passer, though, gets a 15 yards. So 1st and 10. I think you get inside the 1 yard line, you can get a first down.
Right.
But Russell's been down here before a couple times. Now rolling out, and boy, just had to get rid of that one. Hauser was in the face again, and now there's a flag again. And
Max Evans had not gotten out his cut yet, but like you
I'm
said, he just had to
guessing
get rid of it.
something was said out there, and Hauser's got to be careful because we've seen it in our first game. We've seen a Hill City player get ejected after 2 unsportsmanlike. So,
yeah, and
this will be 1st and goal from the 5 now for Russell.
Well, and that's huge, like I said, because it's 1st and goal. I mean, they got distance without giving up a down. So
now
6 up. It's first. Yeah.
It's got
now they got a
second
second up. Well, that's not right.
Yeah, they've got 2nd and 5. That should have been a 1st down.
Right. Brody just straight ahead. The Russell line does a nice job firing off there.
Yeah,
Number 58 in particular had nice penetration. That's Dak Irwin.
So 3rd down. I think this should be 2nd and goal. I mean, that personal foul's got to be an automatic 1st down, isn't it, Chris? I mean, it's got to be, right?
Boy, you'd think.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they assess the yardage without the down resetting.
And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. So Russell driving again here to maybe put this within a score. But right now, at the end of the 3rd quarter, we got a score of Norton 20 and Russell 9. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Each year, hundreds of electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid a shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you're a perfect conductor. Stay 30 feet away from down power lines. And if a down wire touches your car, don't get out. Stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch your car until a lineman says it's safe. Electrical safety tips from Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
Back here.
Well, welcome back to Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1. Thanks, Chris. I was staring off.
No. I'd say real quickly, Phillipsburg 34, Plainville 20. That doesn't affect districts, but just shows you Phillipsburg has some momentum. I'm sure those guys would love to get in the playoffs.
Yeah. So now I'm still trying to figure this down out because it was a personal foul. And that should have been a 1st down.
Right.
But they didn't. It's not. So it's 3rd down and 3 from about the 4-yard line for Russell. If they don't get this, look for another field goal attempt. And this is Suki, and he's twisting and twirling, and he may have got a 1st down. This is going to be close. He got to the 1, and he's going to be about a half a yard short. So what do you do here, Chris? This is 4th and about a half a yard.
4th down, Broncos.
Wow, that great. That Russell is more of a finesse team.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, they had a play down here on the other end just a minute ago where the left guard got down low and fired out and made a hole.
Yep. And here we go. I formation. This is something we haven't seen from Russell all night long. His quarterback carry, and he's not going to get it. There's a flag down.
Suki is trying his best to
Suki's got a helmet.
Yeah, he's got a Norton helmet. Yeah, it's Puga. Puga's lost his helmet once tonight. So,
but it was stopped on 4th down.
Oh, I don't know. I think they're inside the 1, though.
Did they? Oh, they did. They got a good spot on that. And so it's going to come down. Are they going to measure here, or are they just going to call him short?
Now, that's that penalty for illegally aiding a ball carrier.
Oh.
And the high school rule must be different because in the NFL, you see that all the time. So poor Suki saying, hey, I see that on Saturday and Sunday all the time.
Right. But good stop there by the Blue Jays. Their defense came up big right at the goal line again. Really defensively, they've only given up that field goal, but they've given up some yards to Russell. Just the points haven't been there for the Broncos, and you almost think you could have kicked another field goal there too. I know hindsight's always 20/20, but
yeah, but they've been stopped twice inside the 5 now. They got 3
and
points.
there's Jones. He spins off a tackle to the 15. Another bounces off another tackle, gets to the 21-yard line, and that is that's a smart play there by Jones. He may have just had maybe a yard or two, but he spun off of that and picked up about 20 yards on the run.
Looks like Walker Middleton's the one that finally took him down. But like you said, that was a nice job just keeping your feet. And, I mean, he's not doing anything crazy with the ball.
Yep.
Sometimes you see guys wanting to fall over and thrust the ball forward. They've got to continue to possess the ball.
So 1st and 10 now for the Blue Jays at the 22-yard line. In motion is Backman. Looking to throw is Jones. He's got a man wide open, and just over the throws Melvin, but he was there.
Tice Melvin falls incomplete.
Just outside.
Yeah,
just over his
Melvin had 5 yards between him and the nearest defender, and even if he doesn't keep running, that's still a 30-yard gain.
Yeah. So now 2nd down and 22. Like you said, Coach Melvin, the old gunslinger, is going to keep throwing it.
Yes. Well,
I mean,
I wonder if his thing is I just read what's in the box.
Yeah.
If they're loading the box, I'm going to take it downfield.
Up by 11 in the 4th quarter, and they're still throwing it. So now Twins receivers each way for Jones out of the shotgun. And this is just going to be a quarterback carry up the middle to the 25-yard line, just 3 yards.
Right. His running back did get in front of him and try to throw a block, but it didn't seem to have much effect. I have a final, Beloit 14, TMP 6. So TMP takes a -8 tonight.
But TMP did come back and score.
Yes.
So now
TMP is now -28.
So they're still one up on Peaburg.
Right, exactly, exactly. Boy, the folks at Peaburg right now are not going to be happy.
So, but now what do we got? We got 11 here for Russell.
Right. 11, that puts them at -30 right now.
So they're one behind Peaburg right now.
So right now it's TMP and Peaburg, unless Russell can.
Looking to throw and batted down at the line of scrimmage there by Max Evans.
Batted down by number 10, Max Evans.
And Broncos hold. So, you know, you're looking, if you're Broncos, I mean, if you get down there again, maybe kick a field goal. Because I don't know if Coach knows that, but he just needs 2 points. Or he needs a point, and he'll get. But, wow. That TMP, that last touchdown from TMP, puts them in the playoffs right now. We don't know if they're going to be the 3 seed or the 4 seed.
Right.
Peaburg's in the playoffs as we speak. And now here's a fake. Jones throws it. He's got his man. That's Faunus and he's going to have a 1st down. That's the 2nd fake punt Norton's ran.
The old gunslinger, like I said. Yeah,
Ivan's got to be rolling over in his chair if he's watching this because he just loves this stuff.
Yeah, well, and they had a good read there because he was wide open. I mean,
wow, what a devastating play for Russell, man. You got him stopped.
Yeah, you're just about to get the ball back. Yeah, that is tough. So, this will show a lot about Russell's character here if they're somehow able to get a stop.
Well, they're fighting tough for sure. So, 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays now. This is a give to Backman off the left side, and he gets a couple. So,
looked like that was Strobel on the stop there for the Russell.
It's getting intense up here for sure. The Russell crowd upset that Puga can't keep his helmet on. So the 300-pounder comes back out, and we replace him with Schoenberger, 6'7", 375.
Yeah, now Schoenberger did start the game we covered at Norton, but it was senior night.
Now he's playing
I think he
center.
started because he was senior. But
it's the third center in for the Blue Jays.
Boy, scouting these guys, I bet it's a nightmare. Oh, nice.
And there's Jones.
Oh, but he slipped out.
Yep, gets to the 40, down to the 41 maybe. Boy, good read by the Broncos. They just
Strobel looked like he had the stop and just didn't get him to the ground.
So this will be 3rd and 4, looks like.
Surely Norton wouldn't fake punt a third time.
I don't know. I just this is entertaining as I'll get out because we got.
Oh, we're bringing our the original 300-pounder back out there. I didn't see if Schoenberger left the field or not.
Yep.
Okay.
So 3rd and 4 here. Russell, big defensive play here. They are 1 point out of the playoffs as we talk right now. And this is Jones up the middle, and he's going to be close to the first down. I don't think Puga's the fan favorite over here on this side.
No.
So Trigo now 30-22 over Skyline. This is 4th down, and this is Jones up the middle again, and he gets the first down.
Boy, it would almost been worth the timeout for Russell to say, stop, we got to get the A gaps filled.
Right.
And we got to at least make him go over into the B or C gap. You can't let him just run that A gap every time.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. 7:04 to go in this game. 20-9, and I think the fans realize, even if we don't win this game, we need the points. We need the points. So right now, Russell looking on the outside of the playoffs. And there's a penalty. We got a procedure call on the Blue Jays. So.
And it's chippy all the way around out there right now. I know when Jones went down, it looked like there were some knees landing in his stomach and just.
Yeah. Well, we've seen several unsportsmanlike.
Yes.
So or personal fouls. So it's intense.
Yeah.
I think Russell, they know kind of what's at stake, and they're fighting. They're not going to go down without a fight for sure.
Yeah.
So this is a counterplay to Backman. He's runs into the back of his own lineman and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but kind of ran right into his line, and he is not healthy out there either.
Right.
He's limping around.
I'm really surprised that like I said, Willer's injury may have affected this.
Could have, yeah.
That they may not have, he may have carried more of the load tonight, but I'm afraid his season might be over. Now, we don't know anything, but boy, it didn't look good.
So 2nd down, 15 for the Blue Jays. 5:45 to go. I formation set for Jones. He does have Hauser split out to the right. 5 seconds on the play clock. And here it is, just a pitch to Backman off the left side. He's got some room, 45 down to the 47, but you can tell he's not 100%. He's not running. Just running with
came up nicely from the secondary, made a nice hit on that play.
So now 3rd and 11. Time still clicking away, and really.
Yeah, Russell really wants to force a punt here. Not just because Norton lines up in a punt doesn't mean they're going to punt it. But.
Right. And, you think up 20-9, you're just going to run the ball, keep the clock going, and punt this away if you don't get the first down. But
Jones is a pretty good punter, too. That's another reason why I'd want to punt.
And now there's some confusion. Norton's going to take a timeout. And
that was probably a good timeout just because you don't want to have a turnover here or get a quarterback sack.
So high drama here from Russell. Right now, TMP made the playoffs. And Russell on the outside looking in. 1 point behind Peaburg. Peaburg did win tonight, 34-20 over Plainville. So that's.
Speaking of injuries, Wallace County pointed out Thunder Ridge 50-0.
Wow.
Open spaces must have been there because Dalton Snyder's who tweeted that.
Something must have happened.
50-0, pointed them out. And Thunder Ridge still going to go to the playoffs. There'll be a 2 seed rather than a 1. But I just can't imagine you want to limp into the playoffs like that.
Well, that's the team we saw score over 90 points earlier, and now they don't score any.
Yeah, too bad Ivan's not here with us. He had some comments on both on the fake punts. And
I know.
And then on the, how do you go from 92 points to 0? How does that happen?
Hopefully Ivan's out getting healed up. But here we go, 3rd down and 11. Big play for the Broncos. They need this ball back. They need some points. 4:49 to go in the game.
Melvin's his favorite target.
In
See if they try to
motion.
get him the ball.
Yep, looking to throw that way, and it's underthrown. Maybe the miscommunication.
Right, yeah, it looks like Melvin wasn't on the same page as Jones.
So that stops the clock, and now the Blue Jays in punt formation, but we've seen twice tonight they went for that fake.
Like I said, this score doesn't affect our district, but
Yep.
Phillipsburg did win their game tonight 34-20 over Plainville. But
So-
Plainville's got to be happy about scoring 34 points tonight.
So set the punt is Jones, but last time he threw it. Back is Walker Middleton. He has been electric tonight. Big booming kick from Jones, going to bring Middleton back to the 6-yard line. Looking to get some space, and he creates a little angle off the right side and knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line. And, boy, he's just exciting to watch.
Isn't he, though?
He cut in and then cut back out, kind of created an angle for himself on that punt return.
Looked like he's forced out of bounds out there by Traxton Ragland, a junior, for the Blue Jays. But you're right. I mean, that's happened several times. It's like, oh, that's not going anywhere, and he
creates a little space for him.
Right.
So now, 4:29 to go in the ball game. 20-9 the score. Russell, their playoff hopes are
not exactly hanging by a thread, but they need to score.
Yep. As a high throw, but Evans brings it down, slips a tackle, and he gets to the 37-yard line. And Jones may be hurt here for the Blue Jays. He comes up real slow.
Brings up 2nd down.
And Norton's banged up a little bit.
Yes, they are. And
yeah, they're going to send in a player. He's telling him to no. And then Eli Jones said, "Get back to the sidelines. I'm not coming out."
Well, and being the quarterback, he's in a leadership position.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So now Roar out of shotgun. Twins receivers each way. Looking to throw, under pressure, gets hit, throws it high, and knocked out of bounds. Good play there by Weigel. Or I'm sorry, that's Veiling comes up and knocks that ball out.
I like to give the little hitch and go fake on that.
Roar took a shot, though.
Roar showed a lot of toughness tonight, too. It's easy to notice Jones being involved in so many different things. But Roar, like you said, showed a lot of character back there. Standing in the pocket, taking the blows. You know, the old Ron Jaworski thing. You know, you stand in the pocket, you take the shot after you release it.
And now another Blue Jay with a helmet issue again.
Yeah, the Russell fans are not impressed with these helmet issues.
So they want him off. Or time. They just want something. They want timeout, or they want him off the field. But we're in the crowd here tonight. We're not in the press box, so we get to hear a little bit of everything. And so now
they
can
flinch,
move, but as long as they don't
can't cross the line of scrimmage. Yeah,
as long as they don't go in the neutral zone, it's not called. And there's what a hit by Melvin. The ball's on the ground. They're going to call it incomplete. And the coach, there's a flag down. That was a nice hit, but they ruled it incomplete.
Looks like he's signaling holding.
Got a holding on Russell. So
now the white hat is looking at us now. So,
but he's clear off.
Yeah,
off the side. But yeah, we got him facing the right way now. A lot of flags tonight. And so this will be
laundry person's dream tonight.
That was a nice tackle by Melvin out there.
Oh, yes, big,
and that was real close to being a fumble. Maybe one more step, and they would have ruled it a fumble. But incomplete pass. Be 3rd down and 13. 3:31 to go in the ball game. Under pressure, he finds his man across the middle. That's Middleton. Rohr took a shot again and delivered a pass. It's going to be 4th and 3
Brought down
from
by
the 30.
Balling on the play. Balling's played a lot more tonight than I remember him playing at Peaburg, and I wonder if that's because of the injury down here, the war injury.
So now 4th and 4 for the Broncos. Kind of their season here hinging on this 4th down. They've got to get some points on this drive. And this is Rohr. Just gets sandwiched there by 2 defenders. That's Puga and Infield.
Yeah.
Both met Rohr in the backfield, stopping him on 4th down. So they tried to go to the right side, their strength, but the Blue Jay defense was ready for him. Stopped him. So I guess 2:54 to go.
First down, Blue Jays.
Norton, they don't have to do anything.
Okay, Russell does have 3 timeouts though. So if they can make a stop here, make a stop.
Yep. This play clock
looks like it's too far. That's outside of the. Yeah, you're right. Play clock's about out.
Yep, down to 3 seconds. See, they're getting one off here. And this is Backman, and he's just kind of limping out there. I'm surprised they've kept him in.
I like I said, and that's. Yeah, I'm surprised too.
And Puka's kind of getting up slow. It's been a street fight tonight, really.
Yes, it has. It's been a rock fight for sure.
So now under 2.5 to play.
Boy, you got to think after this next play, Russell calls a timeout.
Yep. So 2nd and 10. Now the shotgun, the setback will be Faunasdale, and there'll be a timeout here. Coach Melvin not happy, but we'll take it with him. Real quick break here. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
We know that buying a home is a new and exciting moment in life. At Rogers & Associates, we can help protect one of your most important investments. Together, we'll find solutions to address your insurance coverage requirements at a competitive price. Whether it be for an unexpected wind or hailstorm, fire or theft, Rogers & Associates offers affordable coverage to protect the place you'll call home. Call us today for a free quote.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and Professional Fire Equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
Welcome back here to Russell. Got another final score here for you. Smith Center won their district by defeating Valley Heights tonight 34-22.
Yeah, so here, a 2nd down and 10. Norton called the timeout there. The play clock was running down on the Blue Jays, but 2:08 to go. And we were talking, Chris, maybe Norton's got this game won, but really Russell needs the ball back. They need some points.
They need some points to get that tie. Because right now they're 3rd in the tiebreaker.
Now in motion is Backman, and this is Jones on the carry. Nice read by the defensive end out there.
Number 55, I think that's
Strobel.
infield.
Strobel with a great read, and he wasn't fooled at all. I think they've seen Backman just kind of. I mean, he's gutted us out tonight, but he's just not at full strength. He's injured, but so most of the run game has fallen on Jones' shoulders for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Jones just carrying the load on both sides, even in special teams. So timeout here. This Russell had to stop the clock. 2 minutes remaining in the game. We're looking at a 3rd. I don't think that's 10. That's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
But still a long down in distance. If you're Norton, you're probably going to go for it with the idea just to keep the clock running.
Right, yeah. I mean, this is 2 downs. 2 runs. I mean, you're not going to put the ball in there.
Right,
I mean,
and
I
too
shouldn't
far
say
to
you
kick.
wouldn't,
Too far to kick, and you don't
Yeah.
gain anything by kicking if you're
No.
Norton. Norton
No.
doesn't care about the final score other than
No.
just winning the game.
Right. They don't care about points. They're in the playoffs. They're
Right.
the district champs.
Right.
They just want this. They want to get to the finish line of this game.
They'll play Cimarron next week in the playoffs. They already know that. But for them, it's like it's clinching the MCL championship is their motivation, and keeping an undefeated season alive.
Undefeated, but they are not ranked. I think they're the only undefeated team in high school in Kansas that's not ranked. But 2A is a deep class. And there's Jones looking to throw, and he's going to stay out of bounds, knocked out of bounds, and that's a great play by Russell.
He's stopping the clock too.
Yep,
I mean,
that's a great play.
and that's clearly the right call. I mean, I'm not questioning the call. I was just seeing every once in a while you'll see they rule that he stops him before he gets out of bounds.
Yep, and they knocked him out of bounds, and
Number 22, Brody Fawnin.
So
Brody Fawnin still there on the.
What that does is saves a timeout for Russell.
Yeah, so Russell
they have to
still
get one
2
more stop.
timeouts. Yep. So 4th and 8. The Blue Jays for sure. I mean, I know they've got Hauser split out wide. They were looking to throw there, Chris. They're gonna look to throw here again.
Trips here at the top.
Yeah, rolling to the right that way, looking to throw, and that's Jones. He's got his man, and that's Melvin. He fights to the
or maybe does. Oh, it's
18
close.
or 19. Yeah,
It's
it's going to be
close.
close, and it's going to be a first down. They point that way. What a clutch catch and throw. Eli Jones to Tice Melvin.
And that's been the number one combination for their air attack has been Jones to Melvin.
What a backbreaker for the Broncos, man. They just, I mean, if this was anywhere else on the field, Norton would be punting. But they go for it on 4th down, and they get it. Now 1:20 to go. Clock still running. And this is Jones looking to throw again. He's got his fullback out in the flat. That's Fawnin still to the 20. Lowers his head, and he's got another first down. So now Norton looking to put the nail in the coffin of the Russell's playoff hopes.
Middleton on the stop out there, but like you said, a lot of coaches would have said, well, we're going to run the ball 3 times. Coach Melvin, and this is very consistent. I don't know if he just reads the box, says, no, you got too many in the box, we're going to throw.
So no timeout, so they're going to let us go, and Norton can kneel this, and they'll be done. If they kneel the ball, they'll win this game. And so Jones going to smartly take this down, and they're going to pitch it, though. There's Backman, cuts it up, now cuts it out to the 15, and he stopped there. But this is interesting for Norton. They're not just kneeling the ball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anytime you have a pitch, there's more possibility something go wrong. Thielen on the stop out there for the Broncos, like you said, it's not even a handoff, it's a pitch.
Yeah. Well, they only have 2 timeouts. You take 3 knees, you're going to win this ball game, but they're not. So I don't know what this is here. I don't know if Coach Melvin is wanting to his team to finish, so they go into the playoff. I don't know. It's interesting. You're not taking a knee. You take the knee, game's over. Russell can't do anything.
Right. Yeah, you're going to make them burn up the final timeout. But it's like he's wanting to score. Right.
And right now, Russell, it's just got to be just a frustrating feeling. If the score stays 20-9, they are out of the playoffs by 1 point over Phillipsburg.
That's hard to fathom.
Yeah.
You all that work you put in August and September when it's so hot and nasty that it comes down to 1 point.
Yeah, I don't know if you're Russell,
Now wait, we get 2nd down here and 3rd down here. If it's 3rd down, I can see why he's pitching the ball. But if it's 2nd down, I don't know why he's not just kneeling.
I think it's 2nd down because they had a first down on the throw. So
and that's what's official down there too. But I'm just saying that's what had me a little confused. I kept looking back and forth. But now you're right; they should just kneel it out. If it's 2nd
that's
down.
game over. But now Twins receivers to the left for Jones. And Twins on the right side. So
I wonder if Coach Melvin realizes it's 2nd down.
Yeah. Looking to throw. There's Jones across the middle, and it's incomplete. Stops the clock, though. This is just odd. I don't know.
Well, like I said, I wonder if he realized, though, it was second down, because if he's looking up there, he thought third down.
So 20 seconds to go. The game's not in the balance, but what's in balance is the playoff hopes of Russell. They need some points.
Well, and if you're Russell, you're going to try to get the ball in Middleton's hands and give him just get him a little bit of space. I don't know if he's a long strider that he can outrun people, but he can sure find a seam. He's really effective at that.
All Noron had to do was kneel it, and they win the game.
Well, like I said, though, if he's looked up there, he didn't realize it was
And there's Jones looking to run again.
Right.
And he gets a couple yards. But it's obvious that Noron is trying to score. So I don't know what – maybe they think if they can score, Phillipsburg gets in. I don't know. This is very strange.
Yeah, this is strange.
Because they just kneel the ball and they win. They won district. They'll win the Mid-Continent League.
Well, I'm thinking that Norton-Phillipsburg is a pretty big rivalry, though. I'm not sure that they're looking to do their neighbors any favors necessarily.
But right now they don't have to.
Right.
And it's interesting. So
I'm not sure what the thought process is. I can't figure that one out. Although Puga does have his helmet off again, so I hope we can get that fixed before they play Cimarron next week.
Yeah. Unless he just wants his team to finish strong. But, it's the gunslinger. He's going to do.
Yeah.
It's just whenever you think something, you think one way, he's going to go the other. So interesting calls here. 12 seconds. If Russell can get a stop, they're going to get at least a shot.
Yeah.
And
like I said,
they need some points somehow, some way. A safety gets them in. I don't know if you pick this off and run it. I mean, that would be a pick six, but whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, whatever. Just
I know what you're thinking, though. They're not going to punt.
But they're not. But the Blue Jays aren't kneeling. They're going to go.
Yeah,
for
they're
it.
spread formation here. This isn't. Yeah, this.
Looking to throw. Jones under pressure, going to throw it up, and his receiver falls down. That was a nice play, though. But now Russell's going to get the ball back. 6 seconds to go, and they need a touchdown here. It's not going to win them the ball game, but it will get them into the playoffs. So we'll see what Russell can draw up. And that was just odd, Chris. I don't know what.
They could have drained that 6 seconds if they'd have kneeled once more.
Yeah, and they were throwing down. I just don't. I don't understand.
And I know the receiver looked back at the official. I think he thought he was going to get a pass interference. Like, no, your feet got tangled. That's what happened.
Yeah, no, he slipped down.
Yeah.
They wanted a back shoulder pass out there.
Right.
And they just he fell down. So now. You look to get this into Middleton's hands somehow, some way, get him out in space.
It might even be a situation where you would throw the ball to Hernandez, and Hernandez flips it to
the Blue Jays are
some kind of crazy rugby play or something.
They're playing up. And now and he's going to throw, and he's out of bounds. There's going to be no time on the clock, and that's the ball game. And Norton's going to win 20-9. They win the district. They win the Mid-Continent League. And I think there's some bad blood between them as they're still talking after this game. But interesting finish to that game.
I'm not sure why Coach Bubba wanted to let that last play take place.
Russell, though, with the 11-point loss, is out of the playoffs. So by 1 point over Phillipsburg.
Oh, and I just can't imagine how heartbreaking that is to know you're that close. You put in that much effort to end up that way. But
TMP makes they'll make the playoffs. TMP will be the 3rd seed.
Right.
And Phillipsburg will be the 4th seed, and Russell will play a non-district game for sure. So Chris, how we get here? 20-6, our final score. Norton with the win.
Okay. Great start to the game. Opening kickoff, more of a pooch-type kickoff. Sam Thielen takes it at the 20-yard line, goes 80 yards for a score. Just kind of waved back to the left, found an opening, and just kept going and kept going. The PAT was no good, and think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
So they're 6-0 right there. Then later in the first quarter, Norton answers. Jones to Fonenseal on a 6-yard pass. The Jones PAT kick was good, making it 7-6. And like I said, the PATs all mattered here.
Yeah.
And at second quarter, Jones 61-yard run. I think it was a design run up the middle, but then Russell couldn't seem to pull him down. They kept going for the strip. He goes 61 yards. Jones' PA kick was good, once again, making it 14-6 at halftime. The third quarter, Backman scores on a 5-yard run, but the Jones PA kick, it was no good. That made it 20-6. And then with 5:11 remaining in the game, Zachary Martinez kicks a 22-yard field goal for Russell, makes it 20-9, which is our final score, which was 1 point short in the district standings.
And Russell, they got back down to the 1-yard line on a 4th and a half a yard, and instead of kicking another field goal, which would have made it one score game, which have put them in the 3rd seed, they go for it, get stuffed, and they are out of the playoffs. Right. There's just so many points here and there.
Right. If you're Russell, it's got to be heartbreaking. It's twice you were inside the 5-yard line, and all you got was 3 points to show for it.
Yeah. So what a great game. I mean, I tell you what, the Broncos came out, and they fought hard. Norton, though, congratulations to them. They win the district. They're undefeated, 8-0 on the year, 1 MCL, and they'll be first round of the playoffs. They take on Cimarron. So this is our last game of the year. Chris, thanks for filling in here, and
it's been a lot of fun.
It has been fun, and thanks for everybody for tuning in, and catch us again next year for sure. Thanks for watching. This is Game Time on Nex-Tech, Local 1.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Midwest Mill, Donovan Excavating, and New Age Industrial Corporation, Inc. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from Cole Family Eye Care, Riley Spraying Service, Natoma Manufacturing, New Look Body Shop Gall Motor Company, and Professional Fire Equipment. Longtime full-season booster of Nex-Tech Game Time. They're rooting for all area schools to have a great year.
A special thanks to the Norton Game Time Boosters, Moffett Drugstore, Graham Construction, and Roy's Sales and Service, Brian and Kate Von as steel owners. They're proud supporters of the Norton Blue Jay students and athletes. Go Fight Win from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Wesco Commodities, CarQuest of Norton, and from the Broncos Game Time Booster, Russell Specialty Books and Gifts. They're rooting for the Russell Broncos to have a great year.